So, last time, you all carefully navigated through the Tome of Didarius and Siktal, which is the tunnels beneath the tomb itself, inhabited by a strange race of individuals called the Yuan-Ti. In the tomb, you encountered and defeated suits of armor that were inhabited and animated by swarms of poisonous snakes. Upon their defeat, Fleetfoot donned the mantle of one of these Yuan-Ti, gaining the memories of how to navigate through the space safely, as well as any pitfalls or traps you might find along the way. Heeding his advice, you all carried forward, taking a short rest before proceeding into a very large ritualistic temple, encountering a number of large abominations, and a Yuan-Ti priestess holding the body of Verum the White, the dwarf of the White sect of the Cult of the Dragon. You fairly easily negotiated and bartered for his life, as the Yuan-Ti, frankly, did not want him there any more than you wanted to be there, in these tunnels beneath the tomb. After gathering up the dwarf, you all made your way out of the tomb and took what you later found out to be a unnecessary trip through the Serpent Hills on the magic carpet.
We all grew as people, though.
You know what you did.
No, it was way unnecessary.
We grew as people.
You grew as people.
Necessary.
Unnecessarily. And made your way.
Fleet can only read that particular language of scroll in that particular fairy circle.
Yes. He had to be back where you landed.
And keen eyes on Leaf for spotting that exact spot that we...
As a fellow performance artist, I understand these things. What the fuck, man?
I hit my head real hard in there.
So, you all made your way back to the Borskar Bridge, the outskirts of the Borskar Bridge to be exact, and from the exact same spot you all landed mere days prior, you made your way back to Waterdeep, specifically the Cauldron Keep, where you deposited Verum in your prisons, one of the 3 cells you have at the Cauldron Keep, interrogated him, found a bit of information, realized how big of an ass this man was, and in doing so secured the loyalty of the Dwarves of the North through Conrad Brawnanvil, their agent and liaison of the Lord's Alliance. You all then departed from your prison cells, leaving Verum there, bound and gagged, once again, back to the kitchen where Joanelle was making your preferred meat soup and ale. There you gathered with Conrad Brawnanvil, Laeral Silverhand, Dathana Forestwalker, and Uldur Ravengard, to share a drink, to share a tale, and bring them up to date on your goings-on over the past few days, and get an update from them. And as you all find yourself still fairly tired from the trip, happy for a few days of respite in your keep, you all have, I think, gathered a few ideas of what you would like to do in this period of time, or about 2 days of downtime, so I figured we'd just rotate through everyone and kind of figure out what all you wanted to do in this time. So, who wants to kick that off? Is this going to be like when
I'm real excited to be a wizard.
So you want to go off and start studying with Dathana?
I will go off and begin studying.
Is there anything else that you would like to do in this 2-day time?
I mean, I'd like to... I can mend and prestidigitation my armor, but see if there's anything I can do to upgrade, especially the...
Just your armor?
My boots and my greaves.
So you will spend the next 2 days, for RP purposes, studying, and you will now be taking your level in Wizard.
That'll take most of the time, I figure.
I would agree. So in this time, I will say that Dathana would instruct you in the ways of a wizard, would assist you in gathering the necessary materials to make your spellbook. Traditionally, spellbooks cost about 50 gold in order to initially find one, but with her assistance, we'll reduce that in half to 25 gold. So go ahead and mark off 25 gold out of your inventory. She would also direct you that there are specific types of paper and ink to copy over your spells. This paper typically is about 2 gold pieces per page, and the ink is about 5 silver per vial for this magic ink, and you have to find specific retailers in which to procure it. Dathana would direct you to the one location that she uses in let's get this here, in Waterdeep. It is called the Heraldic Influence, and that will be where she gathers her paper. I believe I sent you a list of the cantrips that Dathana knows, and she knows a lot of spells, so she would be able to assist you in learning in the initial copying over of those spells. So from that list that I sent you of the cantrips, go ahead and pick the ones that belong to the wizard that you'd like to take.
Okay.
And I believe you get 3 first level spell slots.
That's what I wasn't sure. Yeah.
It'll tell you in D&D Beyond.
Yeah, when you put the level in, it'll.
Thank you, D&D Beyond. It'll tell you how many spell slots you received. So when that is done, give me any idea. She has a lot of first level spells that she knows. So give me any idea, and I will.
You're going to be stacking spellcaster levels. It's not that you're going to get 3 first level spell slots. You're going to get.
Oh, I learn
another
to copy down.
Yes.
And then I have to pick one of those.
And it will then cost you the 50 gold. So it's 50 gold per level to copy that into your.
You can have a number of spells prepared equal to a whatever it is, the formula in there. I don't know it because I'm not playing Wizard.
So if you go to your spell book, it'll actually
And
tell
that'll
you how
be-
many you have, how many you can learn.
To like edit the character.
So if you so if you go to your spell list and click Manage Spells, on the right-hand bar, it'll tell you and show you the number of spells that you know. And for a wizard, you'll have 2 sections, right? You'll have your bard spells that you just kind of, I play my lute and yay, this happens. And then there is a slot underneath of spells you can learn. And then when you open that, it'll give you the number of spells that you can actually learn.
Add spells, prepared spells, spellbook.
Yep. So spell book, and it'll let you know how many you have. So I'd say take a look at the first level spell list, and then when we get back around, I'll give you an idea of what Dathana knows, and she can assist you with that, and we'll start doing the copying over. Or if you so choose, you can decide to seek out shops within Waterdeep to find spells that they might have in their inventory. Spell scrolls, that is.
I was going to say, the scrolls that I have that I've gotten, like that I've collected.
You can absolutely use that, but each of those scrolls have a different level, and I would imagine for you they are outside of.
But I can hold on to them and use them down the road.
You can copy them down.
Okay.
But they will cost 50 gold per level and 1 sheet of your paper.
And so 3 cantrips, 3
first levels.
First level. Okay. I'm going to do that then while we.
You got it. So I'd say take a look through the first level spell list, and I sent you Dathana's cantrips in a message, so you can get a look at those.
I would also, at some point, like to go to the Heraldic Influence and stock up on supplies as we travel.
So we will do that in just a moment when we loop back around. Balasar, anything that you would like to do?
Shopping and checking in on our ship.
Gotcha. I would say, which one would you like to accomplish?
Sorry, guys,
first?
I might take up the
the
rest of the
shopping.
night.
The shopping.
The shopping. Okay. What specifically?
I want to sell some stuff in my inventory.
Gotcha.
Got a bit of it.
You got some yeah.
And then I want to see if I can get a new sword and some new armor.
Gotcha. So I would say, do you ask anybody around, like Conrad or anybody like that?
That guy who said he was going to help, I was going to ask him.
Conrad Braunanvil. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that guy. I was going to see if he knew of places to get a good weapon or sword.
Okay, perfect. So I would say that Conrad would direct you to the trade ward, specifically to one of the Dwarven-run shops. Oh yeah, this is run by one of my great friends. So I'll go with you, and we'll get you a great deal.
Okay, that sounds great.
So he will direct you to. It's called the Axe and Shield. Not a creative name, but you know.
It'll do.
Yeah, it's run by one of my great friends. His name is Harold Baldoof, but don't worry about that. Well, come along. So he takes you through the city, into a familiar ward. You've recognized the locale pretty well. And you emerge in a sturdy-looking building that has a mix of both stone, brick, and metal on the exterior. Well, metal you recognize as iron. That seems to be weaved into the overall structure. From the back, there's a large and tall stone chimney billowing a black smoke, and it seems to just be coming out in waves. From inside, you hear the methodical clanking of a hammer to an anvil and of the just hard work of the individual inside. Walking in, Conrad will just kicks the door open. Oi, Harold, come on down. You got a friend here. Name's Belisar. And you hear a grunt from the back. Hey, Conrad, Bringing more folks to my fucking shop. Good to see you, you lout. And he comes out, and it is this big, rotund, black-haired dwarf with a number of gray wisps, tan-skinned, calloused hands. This man works the forge. But what you immediately see is he has a pot belly. This is a man who enjoys his ale, and it shows. He emerges, apron on, ratty white t-shirt stained with grease and smoke, and you can just see some burns from where the molten coals tend to burn through as he goes about his work. Turns over with a nose that you can tell has been broken a number of times, gruffly through his beard, looks you up and down. All right, Belisar, is it?
Yeah, that's my name. How you doing?
Name's Harold. What are you looking for?
Well, I was hoping to get some new plate mail and maybe a new longsword.
All right. Just so happened to have both of those things. So...
How convenient for me.
Perfect. The plate mail might take a bit. I built it for dwarves. But...
I'm a bit bigger than a dwarf.
Yeah, you're a right side fucking bigger than a dwarf. I like this one. Yeah, he's pretty nice, isn't he? Good man. All right, we'll get you fitted, and I might be able to build a couple of pieces for you. So, come on over. And you see him pull out this massive, and looking about the room, you're able to immediately notice there's this fine shield made of this kind of pearlescent metal with a number of jewels set in. And in your time studying as an Eldritch Knight, using magic to augment your abilities, you detect a little bit of a magical aura coming from this particular shield. As you walk by, Harold sees you looking. Yeah, I made that one myself. It's a pretty nice one. Got one of my good friends back home to put some magic in to protect your defenses. But anyway, you're looking for plate mail. And he takes you to a mannequin that is very clearly set for a smaller statured individual, but still even a little bit bigger than what you would expect from a dwarf. So like a short, stocky human or a very large dwarf. And on it is a beautiful set of gleaming plate mail armor, and it looks as if it has been set with bits of obsidian as well, as opposed to just the standard ironwork. This one here, that's a right bit of work there.
Wow, it looks gorgeous.
For, well, normally I'd charge most folk who come in at 25,000 gold pieces for this piece of work. But you came with Conrad, so I'll take it down to 20.
I was hoping you were going to say 18.
Make a persuasion check. At this point, Conrad's going to lean in and go, all right there, Harold, come on now, you know this man. He's been protecting our home. He just brought back that fuck Varum.
Oh yeah, that's right, I'm really bad at this.
So you can make it with advantage. Conrad's going to be assisting you.
9.
9?
Yep.
Harold looks at Conrad, looks back at you. I'm afraid all I can do is the 5,000 gold pieces. Lot of time and effort went in, and I have to make some modifications for you. So, will I do? How about this? I also have a sword. A great, brilliant sword I have made myself. Enchanters from the heraldic influence made it even better than it was to hit and cause more damage. If you like, what I can do is I can, instead of charging you the 3,000 gold pieces for that sword, I can make it 1,500 gold pieces and give you the set for 21,500 gold pieces.
How much for the set? Did you just say?
21,500 gold pieces for the both. And if you want something for your friends, he points to a set of armor that's kind of tucked away in the back of the shop. And as you look at it, you see it is chainmail. No, wait. Scale mail. No, wait. But it's difficult to make out. It is dark green and black throughout. And it looks almost as if it's covered in reptilian scales. Almost like a chitinous armor merged with that of the scales of a dragon. And as he points it out, a friend of mine brought this from the Underdark. I've not been able to sell it for some time. They say it is good, but carries a great price to wear. I do not know much about the magic things, but
scale mail.
This one here is about
Maybe
5,000 gold pieces for this one, but it is heavily discounted simply because I have not been able to sell it.
It's gorgeous. I'll tell my friends about it.
Very good, please do. I would like to get rid of it in my inventory.
Course, I
It takes up
understand.
space on the wall.
It's good to turn things over once in a while.
I agree completely.
Here, take a look at this. I'm going to pull out a very, very large sword, a dragonbone greatsword,
All right.
and say, what if I toss this in for trade?
At this, he takes it. He goes,
Oh. This is a strange. What is this? No, do not tell me.
and he takes it, and then you see him bring out a bar of what looks to be of a copper color, and he takes the sword and slams it onto his anvil where the copper, and it just cuts through.
This is made of bone.
It is.
Bone of a dragon. Bane of the dwarves, and I will be selling it. Good. I will pay you 2,500 gold pieces for this weapon.
Wonderful.
So he brings you down to 19,000 gold pieces for the lot.
And he sets it aside.
Unless you have other
Did you
things.
say 19,000?
I did indeed.
Oh, I've been mishearing you the whole time.
Yes. He's a
I
lot-
didn't want to. I was like, where are you getting 99 gold from?
He's a good bit of armor work. How? Let me ask you this. There is a type of armor made by smiths in my homeland. Can add a great deal of protection to you. It will take time to get. But I think within 2 weeks' time, I can have made and brought here. Is dwarven make, much better than this. No, I did make it, but I do not have the tools of home.
Conrad looks at him.
What are you talking about? Our dwarven armor? You want to fit it for a dragonborn? Aye. Harold, that's an interesting take on things, isn't it? It is, but if you want it, we can have it done. You can commission. It's significantly
You say
less
2 weeks?
expensive. 2 weeks' time. Yeah,
How much would that cost me?
it would cost about 12,000 gold pieces. It's only that little because I like you. And I do not want to turn a friend away.
This one he just kind of
Did he
leans
say
back.
12,000?
Yeah, he did.
Well, 19,000 down from 25,000.
Well, this plate that he's talking about is 12,000.
The dwarven plate for a dragonborn,
Mm-hmm.
just for story alone.
I don't think we have 12,000. And that's we collectively.
I was gonna, that's 2,400.
Have y'all looked at your inventory? With
No,
all those-
he's got it.
With all the platinum pieces, you got plenty of money.
I'm not even close to that.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
I,
Interesting.
No, like right now with what you, I'm at 5 with the 25 from that sword.
I'm at 2,400.
I'm
What
at
did you put in the bank?
25, yeah.
There's 3,000 in the bank, and then the party has like 1,900 on top of that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Interesting. With all the platinum pieces, that's 10 gold pieces per platinum piece. So
That's
you
a-
I have
gold.
I have 1,000 gold and 133 platinum.
it's expensive fucking armor, man. Hate to tell
I
you.
just the way he was going all in, I was like, "You've been tucking back. Did you go back to Darius?"
and putting that in here.
Oh, that's platinum. Oh, I have more money than I thought.
If you tap on it, it gives you.
If you like, what I also have is another bit of plate armor,
That's the only thing I
less
did.
enchanted than
Yeah,
this one.
I
Less
thought that was
expensive.
silver.
Be about
That's a lot more money than I thought.
4,500 gold pieces.
I think I've been adding.
How much would you give me for this? I'm gonna reach into my bag and pull out a
Total?
piece of
Well, I thought it
armor.
was at 2,500,
A
but I'm
clockwork
at almost
armor.
4,000.
He looks at it, inspects it for a moment, weighs it in his hands.
This is odd. I am not sure of the order. Where did you find this armor? Very strange. She's clicking all
I've
the
been
time.
traveling so many places, I honestly don't remember where I picked it up. Somewhere between Greenest and
Greenfields. You have come a long way, my friend.
And what was that place up north, the island alongside the sea?
I avoid
Oh,
that at all costs.
It was cold.
Yeah, I don't like the cold.
So I've been so many places, somewhere between here and there.
Well, with this armor, I do not know its magical qualities, but I can tell a piece of magical work from a mile away. For this, is a good piece. For the sword as well. In total, that would be 1,200 platinum pieces. So for you, is 12,000 gold for both. You will be cleaning me out, as they say.
Oh wait, I don't understand the math you just did. What?
So 1,200 platinum pieces, 10 gold per platinum, add another 0. So, oh, I'm sorry. 1,200 platinum pieces, add a 0, 12,000 gold.
For the armor that I'm
For the
offering?
armor and the sword, together.
They got a layaway.
Wait, what?
Wait, but I'm offering a sword. I'm confused because that's the price you just gave me before. And no, I was offering a sword.
The sword was
Or the
1,500 gold pieces. He was going to offer you, for both the sword and the armor together, 1,200 platinum, which comes to 12,000 gold
Yeah.
for both of them
And the
together.
sword was 2,500. The sword that he gave.
Yes.
But
Oh.
you're telling me this price after I showed you a piece of armor.
Armor and the sword. He will take both of those off your hands for the value of 12,000 gold. If you'd
So-
like to insight check him, you can.
So it's a straight across. You said 12,000 gold.
Yeah, so you're telling me I can get a sword and an armor for an armor and a sword.
No, he's going to take those off of your hands for 12,000 gold pieces. You can adjust the math of what you've got there for whatever you want, down 12,000 gold pieces. So he said it was 20,000, right?
You told me it was 12,000 for the armor that I was going to commission.
Yeah, no, not for the armor. Oh, yeah, if you want to do the armor that you're going to commission, it'd be armor and sword for armor. It'd be a clean, even split.
What about the sword you were selling?
The sword I am selling, for you I will give it to you for 1,500 gold pieces.
Can I look at it?
Absolutely, if you would like to.
He goes and he retrieves it and he holds it in his hands, passes it off to you.
And Bally runs out the shop.
Y'all getting into the expensive shit.
A dimension door opens behind him, grabs him through.
As you hold, I love how I just watched your eyes like, what was that amount of money? Come again for Big Fudge? You look at the sword, it is of stellar make. The handle itself is wrapped in a cured black leather. It is perfectly balanced in your hand, extending about the length of your arm and just about 6 inches past. So what would be, for you, about, it's a long sword, so about eight of your hands in length. As you're holding it,
It's a beautiful steel blade, and enchanted with magic to deal additional damage and make your targets easier to hit.
so for your knowledge outside of the game, that would be a longsword +2. So +2 to damage and +2 to your attack rolls.
Okay.
And for 1,500 gold, that is a steal.
Do it. So you're.
So, if I give you this clockwork armor and this sword, you'll commission that armor for me?
Absolutely, it's an even trade.
Done.
Oh, perfect.
Then he takes it and goes,
I will see how to steal this technology. This seems nice.
he sets it aside gently. And taking the sword, he
This might be for me personally, though.
slips it over his back.
So, Conrad, are you heading home anytime soon?
Conrad looks at him, puzzled, and he grins.
Hey, no, not gonna be making it home anytime soon, though.
But, if you like, we can have Lair'll send a message for you.
Yes, that seems like a good idea. We will get in contact with Omar back home, and he will make a feat of work for you, a dragonborn, the first to ever wear dwarven forged armor. I will tell the tale for years to come.
Wonderful.
Great.
I think I want that sword, though.
1,500 gold pieces and it is yours.
How about these two blades? And I'll show the radiant sword and the fire sword.
So he'll take them and he'll hold them, and he looking them over in his hands.
For this one, and he shows you the flaming longsword. The enchantment was quick to take.
It was. But it's served me well.
It has been. It is not cracking as it would normally if an enchantment goes on this quickly. For this sword,
And he holds out the radiant sword.
might last you another 2 weeks of heavy combat before breaking. But the parts still seem in good use. For the both of them, I will give you 700 gold pieces, bringing down the cost of that sword to 800 gold pieces. And I do this because I like you. But I also have to run a business.
Of course. You said 700?
700 gold pieces for both swords. One about to be inoperable, the other it can burn people for a little bit longer.
Sounds like a fair deal.
I think so. I treat people I like fairly. You know? Yeah.
700 it is.
700, perfect.
And he takes out the sword to hand it to you with the left palm open. He's grease-stained, sweat kind of going down his brow into his beard.
It's a pleasure doing business with you. Conrad, bring him back. Bring back his friends.
And Conrad looks at you both.
I'll bring him back for you. And, Balisar, the armor is expensive, but I promise you it's worth it. So,
I can only imagine it is.
it will protect you well, my friend. Very rare, even for dwarves to have dwarven forts plate armor. And even more rare for a dragonborn.
So take out 700 gold from your inventory, or 800 gold from your inventory, and he will give you the blade.
Cool.
So that is a +2 longsword you can add to your inventory.
Quick, so is it 150 or 300?
So it's 50 gold per spell.
Including cantrips, because
So-
they're spells.
Yes.
10
So
more.
300
So
gold.
300.
Mhm.
And then we'll get to the supplies in a bit.
Absolutely. Balasar, anything else you'd like to do?
Other than go make sure our crew is still good on the ship.
All right, so going to look at the crew, you go see that it's still well within the 30 days that they were commissioned by the Lord's Alliance to work for you. Arriving at the docks, you are able to see, what did you name this ship again? I forget. This is the large barge. The SS large barge
with J's?
with J's.
Yeah.
So arriving at the SS large barge, you see that it has been dry docked and there are repairs still ongoing to the ship. Since you're running with glaciers from the Sea of Moving Ice. As you approach, there are a number of the familiar crew about doing some repairs, and as you approach, you get some hearty waves, and you see that there is a great deal of work being done on this, but for the most part, it seems to be in good shape. Anything you'd like to request of the dockmaster while you were there?
No, I just want to make sure they're just doing okay, see if they need anything.
You're getting
How
paid?
close are we to the end of our contract?
You would have to find the captain, and let me find this here. You find Captain LaRusta, who, seeing you,
Hey, Balasar, good to see you. So, we got about 15 days left of the contract from the Lord's Alliance. Frankly, we're about 10 days out of getting this repaired all the way. Sustained a bit of damage, and we limped our way back here with McCath. So,
Well, I appreciate you making it all the way back.
absolutely, if you ever need to commission us again, we'll get you
Oh, I plan on extending the contract in 15 days.
your ship. All right, well, we'll take good care of her for you. Anything you need in the process, we can upgrade some of the rooms, add a few more cannons. All cost a bit of gold, but we can make it happen.
I think for now, no. I just, as soon as the ships are repaired, I'll just make sure it's ready to go. At least,
Well, all right then. So we'll get back to work.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Good seeing you.
anything else you'd like to do after checking in on the SS large barge?
I need to spend 30 minutes with my new sword.
All right, so you will go back to the Cauldron Keep, go back to your
He's gonna
room,
get
and
John
spend
Young.
30 minutes meditating on your brand new longsword.
And that's really all I had planned.
All right, you got it. Leaf, what do you got going on?
I will need to find my new circle locations. I would like one at the Cloakwood and one here in Waterdeep, and I have a grandma here in the keep who knows where
Absolutely.
Circles are in both places.
So you would know
It's a handy
Dathana
grammar.
has been assisting Fleetfoot in Fleetfoot's quarters for the past number of days. In his
Past, it's day one.
in day one.
Day one. Yeah.
we just.
Apologies, Leaf. Yes, apologies, Fleetfoot. I apologize. Leaf. How might I be of assistance?
Grandma, I know you get here quick, so I'm
Absolutely.
assuming it has something to do with the teleportation circle.
It does.
Great.
You would like to know where it is?
And I also need to get home real quick.
Absolutely. That is much easier. And she kind of rummages around in her. You see her open a familiar bag and reach her arm inside, concentrate for a moment, and a book comes out, and she rifles through the pages. I've made the liberty of copying down the location and the necessary... here it is. She pulls out a sheet of paper and hands it to you. This is the location and the necessary incantation to arrive back at my quarters in my room in the
okay.
Cloakwood. As far
Great.
as the location in Waterdeep, there are a number of them, but I assume you'd want one closer to here?
Well, I mean, I don't know if the Cauldron has one, but I don't think it does.
Not yet. We could certainly begin that enchantment, but it takes some time.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Yeah, a year. I mean, with Laeral and I helping, perhaps 6 months, but
Well, I'm going to be kind of out and about, so I'm not going to be able to set it up.
Well, I was speaking only of Laeral and I
Oh, okay.
doing it, if you wish. But that is a great deal of time.
Fleet, keep trying to blow that candle out with your mind.
Good luck, Fleetfoot. No, not like... Okay, anyway. Keep
I
copying
singe
it
my
down.
whisker.
How about you go back to copying down the acid spray cantrip, if you will? Perfect. We will begin that instruction later. So, would you like us to begin work on one in this keep, or would you like another location in the meantime?
Well, I mean, I need to be able to get back here quickly, too.
So another one in the meantime. Well, you have 2 locations that I know of that are close by. One, of course, is the Lord's Alliance Council Chambers, if you wish to be transported there. It's actually in the more of the foyer of that location.
Oh, really? That's kind of public access. Like, I can just walk up there and look at it.
Yes, if you would like to do so. Frankly, but you know this, most people without any arcane tendencies don't know it's located there. Or, if you want a more private location, there is a spot at Heraldic Influences. But,
What's Heraldic Influences?
That's the store where she gets the wizard stuff. I need to go there later. So
yes, so Trista Wharton is the proprietor there. She seems surly, but she is quite nice. And if you mention me and my name, we go way back. So,
What was the name of the shop? What influence?
Heraldic Influence. I also, as I've let Fleetfoot know, that is where I receive the majority of my papers and ink for the copying of spells.
And the
I
shopkeeper's
still
name
don't
is
know why you
Trystal.
do that.
Well, not all of us are as gifted as you and just learning them. So,
Trista Wharton, you said?
Trista Wharton, yes.
Okay. Great. So either there or... Okay, so I got the one at the Cloakwood, and either there or the Lord's...
The Lord's Alliance foyer before the Council Chambers.
All right. Out of character,
Yes.
I get 2 for learning the spell.
You absolutely do.
Which one do you want me to get? Because I can easily go to the other one and just...
Frankly, up to you. I would say that, so just for your knowledge, as in character, you would know that the Lord's Alliance Council Chambers are significant. It's still in the castle ward where the keep is located, but it is further away. And it's up a large hill, and it's in a very public area.
It takes a minute to study.
Yes. So I mean,
it's-
if you go there and you study, I'm just saying in terms of like where you want to travel in the future.
I would want one at the Cauldron. Because
Well, great. Get to level 9 or whatever, learn Teleport Circle, and cast one every day for a year there.
I will.
The Heraldic Influence, if you choose to go and visit there, actually I would just say Dathana would mention that she uses the Heraldic Influences.
Then I'll just poof know it, because I mean I don't know if that'll work. If you're okay.
That works for me.
Okay.
I would say with Dathana's knowledge, she would assist you in memorizing the incantations and simply say,
Because it
make
says
sure
I get 2 when I learn the spell at your discretion on the plane
Absolutely.
that I knit.
So I would say with Dathana's assistance, if you were to tell her I would rather learn the one at Heraldic Influence first, I completely agree with your decision.
Okay.
Here is the incantation. She rifles through her spellbook. Actually, this would be perfect practice for Fleet. No. I will copy down the location for you, and it's just a bit beyond your breadth, my dear. I promise you will get there soon. If you
Okay.
copy down acid spray one more time for me, so you might. Thank you.
All right, so that.
The other rune
covers
is out
that.
of place. You'll end up
Um,
scorching your own self.
So what's like going rate if we hire a guard for like the keep to live in? If we
You're asking Dathana?
anybody who knows commerce about hiring and buying people, because I don't know how to do that.
You have a great assistant who might be able to assist you.
Well, I'm asking.
Don't you have
Fleet
a
and-
manservant?
I do, but I don't know if
Isn't
I'm
that
paying
what
him
you're
too
paying?
much because I don't know this.
I mean, you're paying him, so
Huh?
I'm pretty sure like 2 or 3 silver like a week is like
I mean,
fine.
do we have to outfit him
Per
too?
person?
We have to outfit him.
Hold on.
For like mercenaries?
Don't you have wolves? Family wolves?
You think just because they're family they're going to work for free?
Are you looking for
No.
mercenaries or actual trained guards? Because you do have the
Yes.
city. Both.
I'm looking to see what it would be to hire mercenaries to guard.
She says, "Give me one moment. I'll contact Dexio." And she leans her head back.
Yeah.
Well,
no.
he's my next meeting.
I'm pretty sure we could start.
I think she
like,
beat you
offering
to it.
people At a silver. a
At which
week.
point you hear the.
A silver a week when you
I-
pay the maid, a gold a week.
Those would be our new. If we're hiring more people, those people would get more responsibilities and be the head of house. That's why they would earn more.
So
plus
the head
rooms.
housekeeper who is going to clean is going to make 10
lot.
times what the person who is guarding the keep
She's
is
like
going to
the
make.
head maid.
Well,
You started this.
I understand.
To be fair, I also didn't know. So Daxio would emerge.
Miss Forest Walker, I heard you called for me. So, what might I do to assist you?
I'm just trying to find out how much I can offer for mercenaries to guard the
Well, that
keep
depends.
here.
Do you like people with bows, people with swords, both? For an archer, that's at about 2 silver pieces a week. Should get you to by just fine.
You
for,
really need to renegotiate your housekeeper.
I mean, yes. But you could also get some armed combatants for about 3 silver pieces a week. That will be of good quality. If you want those who have their own horses, that is about 5 silver pieces a week. And then if you would like someone to outfit them at any time, that is another 5 silver pieces a week for that individual. Or perhaps if you want someone to lead them all,
So
that
you're
is about
looking-
8 silver pieces a week.
Between 1 and 2 gold a month per individual.
Yes.
Right? Okay. I believe I can get us some guards for a fairly decent amount. Great, and that's all I need here. Dax, we have a lot to talk about.
Okay, well, would you like to do that here or?
No, let's go someplace else.
Perfect, I will follow your lead.
All that crap I talked with you about
Absolutely.
that I don't necessarily need everybody knowing about.
You got it.
And then Dax and I are going to head over to the Heraldic Influences to introduce ourselves to Trista. Possibly along the way, I need to buy a chest,
Okay.
and I need to buy a lock with 2 keys.
Okay, so I would say for the chest and the lock, give me an investigation check with advantage because Dax is with you. In terms of what you and I have spoken about,
18.
thank you. In terms of what you and I would, Dax would say,
As soon as we are done with our errands today, I will get right to work, so we can make that happen.
Great. So, yeah, that's all good.
This is the lock and key, and you can get your chest.
would you like me to go in and buy for you? Or
You can go ahead and get the chest. Just install it in my room.
Absolutely.
Give me one of those keys.
Perfect.
You have the other one.
All right.
And eventually get to Heraldic Influences.
I will meet you there. It is down this road and to the right-hand side.
Okay,
You can't miss it. There is a large seeming glass vial on the exterior
great.
and a number of plants coming from the window of all varieties.
Sounds like a great place. All right, I'll see you there.
Okay, perfect.
From there, I'm going to get to Heraldic Influences.
All right. I'm going to change up the music just because I want to. So you arrive at Heraldic Influences. As you approach, you see it seems very familiar to you because it looks as if it was grown and not made. Right after looking at it, it stands out considerably in the in the space, and on the exterior, it seems as if there is a bark-laden planter that runs the entire exterior portion and perimeter of the home, and from which there are a variety of different plants growing. Some of which that are familiar to you from the Cloakwood, others that you've seen throughout. And it seems as if these plants are from all across the Sword Coast and every area that you have traveled thus far, which to you would know is odd, given the climates are wildly different, and in this area, they all seem to be simultaneously coexisting here. Walking inside the arched doorway, you find that it smells heavily of mint, with a bit of peat smoke. As you emerge, there's no counter, but there are a number of stools placed, and there are two tables on either side of the room, one of which containing a number of vials that seem to be filled with a variety of different liquids, one of which looks very familiar to you, that ruby red liquid, and another table that has two rings that are set on the table, covered in what looks to be a glass dome. As you emerge, there's a small tinkling, just ching, 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 as you walk inside, and you hear from the back, "Hello? One
Hello?
moment, please." And
Take your time.
this woman comes out. You look like a forest walker.
I am indeed.
Fantastic. Send Athana my regards.
I will do. I
It has
just
been
came from
ages
her.
since I've spoken with her.
I just came from her. She's in town. She's at the Cauldron.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Huh. She has not popped through my shop in some time.
She's been quite busy lately. I don't know if you know what's going on.
No clue. But
I-
how can I help you? Are you here for the circle?
Yeah, actually, she has given me the information I needed to use the circle. I just wanted to
Wonderful.
come and meet you and say, hi, I have that information, and hope that it would be okay with you if I utilized your circle when I needed discretion.
Any friend or family of Devana is a friend of mine. It is right where you're standing, actually. And where you look, you see a very small circle that has been carved and inlaid, and it branches out through, seemingly through the wood itself, as if the wood has grown to house this arcane circle. A trick that Devana taught me, actually.
She her and Mom do wonderful things.
Yes, indeed. This is this used to all be a wooden home, and it was of great oaken wood, but I thought that through whatever magics your family has taught would assist me here by making it a more seamless experience for both myself and for my guests.
Well, that's very well done.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I learn from the best.
I appreciate seeing it outside of the Cloakwood.
I'm sure you do. Having not visited there myself, I've wanted to go for some time.
I'm actually about to go.
Oh, well, I hope you have a good trip.
Thank you very much. My man is on his way here as well, and I was wondering if I could introduce you guys to each other, as he will be doing a lot of the supplying of the new keep that I'm going to be staying in.
Absolutely.
So any business that he has, since you're being kind enough to let me utilize your circle when I need it, I would like to go through you.
You will always be welcome.
All excellent. So when he gets here, I'll set them up on their little thing. I will give him instructions about what to do with the chest. Then I will go learn the other circle, because I do not want to barge in on this poor woman every single time.
Got it. So you just have it on your...
Yeah. I would like to go study the other circle.
Okay.
And once I introduced Axio and all that, when I studied the other circle, I'm good to go to the Cloakwood.
Bless you. Okay, perfect. So I would say, just in terms of figuring out how long it's going to take you to actually study and copy it down, give me an Arcana check. You'll be successful in...
Takes 1
Oh,
minute.
yeah, 1 minute. You're right. You're right. So you go, and you said, able to locate it. It's just off to the side in the foyer, tucked to the right of one of the large benches that you all saw when you first emerged into the foyer, moving into the council chambers. At the very peak of the Waterdeep, overlooking the ocean itself. The Sea of Swords, rather. And then from there, you're going to find yourself in the familiar wooden expanse of the Cloakwood Forest, specifically within Dathana's study, which seems untouched by time, though looking about, there are a number of books and items that seem to be missing, presumably with Dathana wherever she is now staying in Waterdeep.
Awesome. I am going right over to my uncle's little place of habitat where I believe Zargon's grave will be.
All right, you got it. So as you make your way through, you see numerous members of your family throughout.
Oh, I stop and say hello.
got it.
I'm back. By the way, hi. I'm here. Don't panic. It's me. Really.
As you emerge, you get a lot of commentary. Oh, it's good to see you. And
New spell. I can do this now. Hi. How you doing?
Your father would mention to you that your brothers, the twins, are out currently on perimeter, and they will be back in about 3 hours.
Oh, perfect. Great.
Making your way through the Cloakwood, you find yourself back in your uncle's, or your great uncle, really, your great uncle's Glen, and looking about, you see where his tree has been sung to have his quarters, there is a spot and a new pathway that sits about 10 feet behind the larger tree where your uncle tends to stay, and the forest canopy in the glade. And just through it, you can see what looks to be a large tree that is growing. It stands out just a touch different than the other trees in the location, which tend to be primarily oak. This is actually a pine tree, which is mostly found in the north. As you approach, you notice that the bark on the tree is unique because it is a mix of browns and greens that run up the side, where the browns are broken up by green veins. The needles themselves are stark white, as opposed to what you would find on the standard pine. And from it, you feel almost a thrumming heartbeat of energy that seems to pulse just in the area. And a wolf house, apparently. One of your brothers.
They're coming back. I'm gonna see. I'm what I'm looking for on the tree or somewhere around the tree. Something where I can leave something behind.
Absolutely. So there are a number of low-hanging branches, but I'd say give me, just because your passive investigation is a 10. So give me an investigation check as you look for.
I don't. Yeah. 16.
Looking around, you do see that there are a number of small pine branches with a number of the white needles that are, you would know, a little bit off.
Knowing what I know about trees, I want to put it somewhere where it's going to eventually grow into the tree.
So looking at it, you would see that there is a very clear and distinct knot in the tree that is shaped to the same totem that Zargon wore both in his life as the orc, or the half-orc, and as the guard drake. And it sticks out just wide enough to create a bit of an alcove to the right and left of the tree. It's sticking out pretty far, and I'd say that seems to be a spot where you could leave things if you'd like a memento to be left.
All right, so the thing that, because a couple of times when we've been resting, I've stated Leaf has been doing some whittling.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to take out the little statue that he's been whittling of a half-elf riding a guard drake in what looks like it's being raced.
Okay.
And he's just going to leave it there.
Okay. So I'd say you set it to the side of the totem. Spend a moment of time in remembrance of your companion. And after a few minutes, you notice that there is a dull golden glow that seems to emanate from the tree. And there are two very large... And as the golden glow pulses, you notice the whittling become encased by the bark. And as it does, it seems to polish the wood, and it becomes a beautiful rendition of the race you and Zargon took part in all those many months ago in El Terrell during the Festival of Greengrass. The colors becoming consistent with your skin tone as you're wearing your hat of disguise in this race, and Zargon's face taking on the same excited look as it did as he rounded that final corner to win ultimately against the number of horses that he was racing against in honor of Myliki. And as the golden energy glows, the colors come into sharp relief, merging with the pine behind it. There is a gentle as the branches itself seem to move with a wind that is only present in the immediate vicinity.
Leaf just kind of looks at the tree and he just says, "I'm sorry, buddy," and walks away.
Okay.
And then he's going to party with his family for a little bit, but waiting for Arbor and Cypress to get back.
All right. So you spend some time with your mother, with Bear, who's just kind of grumbly, just sitting to himself, munching away at a recent bit of meat that has been procured from the twins. As you see the wolves before you see Arbor and Cypress make their way back in, each of them arm or hand on the largest pack wolf in the vicinity, and the other 5 that have kind of fanned out around them. As I come back in, like, no, Leaf, I heard you were home. So,
You just got here. How did you even hear? But I don't. It's fine. I get it.
yeah.
I have ways too. So I was wondering how interested you guys would be in leaving home for a little bit.
We'd love that. At which point Cypress goes, maybe Arbor didn't put it well. We'd love that, Mom. And she goes, I know. I don't like it, but I know.
They'd be in one place.
Will they have their own rooms? Is it in a tree?
Well, no, it's in a keep.
That didn't... What is a... Tree? No?
No, and we'd have to build something for the wolves to kind of hang in. They'd be allowed in the keep too, of course.
Arbor looks at you. I mean, we can help build it if you want.
It'd be great, and you guys would be getting paid.
Hey.
Going rate, I hear, is about two gold, was it, a month? Was that what we said?
Yeah, that was what it broke out to.
About 2 gold a month per person. So
I don't know what that means, but
exactly. So just that should be
is
good.
that a lot?
I don't know. I think so.
Okay. When do we go?
Well, I mean, I just got to wait till tomorrow to pop us all back there.
All right. And they just kind of have this really.
I mean,
big
technically,
green-
I don't. I could go back today, but I could actually. It's a 5th level spell. I could do that.
You have another level 12, man.
No, I'm.
Oh yeah. No, you
Sorcery points.
Sorcery points.
I mean, we can go whenever.
You tell me. Our stuff's packed.
Hey, Mom, what's for dinner?
Oh. I wasn't planning for a farewell dinner, Leaf.
I was figuring you'd want to feed him one more time, though, Mom.
I would want to feed him, but you. And she kind of has to wipe it your way. Are just taking all.
We'll pop back for the next holiday
You
that
better
I'm in
pop back to the
town
holiday.
and not trying to kill a dragon for.
Don't tell me those things. You know
Grandma's
I
making
worry.
me do it.
I'm going to kill her. Okay. How about I make a round of all of your favorites? It's going to take a while, but I hope that will convince you to stay the night, and we can have fun.
All right, we'll leave tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Yep.
Good. Bear. And she looks over at me.
What?
He can come too.
No.
I didn't think so.
No. No.
I know.
He kind of scratches himself.
What do you want?
I need you to go into the woods.
And get the favors, I know. Okay.
And you see him become this massive black bear and begin to just trundle off back into the woods.
All right, so for the rest of the evening, Arbor, Cypress, and I are going to figure out how much they should charge as a mercenary group to hire themselves out based on 2 humans and however many wolves they have.
Which is interesting because neither of them have any concept about what gold or money
Nope.
is.
All we have to go on is 2 gold pieces per month.
Okay, I'm
Per
going to roll
person.
intelligence checks for both of these two. And go ahead and you give me... Actually, you know what? Give me an intelligence check with advantage between everyone.
So, yeah, each person, that's 4 gold for each of them, and then however many wolves they have, and...
Well, we got 7 wolves and a litter on the way. Oh, Leaf, a litter's on the way.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
We're going to have puppies.
Yeah, we are.
Oh god, we're gonna have puppies.
I have
If
17
the other,
intelligence.
you remember the other guy, Tiberon? If he wants one, he seemed like he'd get along with animals.
He'll be at the keep, actually, when you guys are there.
Oh, good.
Right?
Do
Is
you
that where
want-
Tibbsy is?
Yeah, Tibbs is at the keep.
Yeah.
Well, currently he's out shopping, but Tibbs is at the keep.
I'm happy to keep one, but it'd be just with the pack at the keep with you guys.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can imprint if you want to.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Does anybody else want one? What about the cat guy?
I think you should definitely ask him.
Maybe it'll help him get over the fear.
We're going to have to build him a tree.
Cypress looks at him. Well, oh, what if we talk to Mom and we get some saplings and plant them? So it's like home.
I don't think anybody would have a problem with some trees in the keep.
How many do you want? We'll talk to Mom. Arbor, go talk to Mom. Yeah, okay, fine, Cypress. And he just
And I'm
Arbor-
sure people in Waterdeep would not mind a transplant cloakwood tree if we have extras.
Yeah, Cypress will go talk to him.
That'd be great. So
Yeah.
And then we'll start doing math, and it'll be hysterical. So you're 2 and you're 2, and then each wolf could be like 1.
Do you think they want to be 1? So
Yeah.
we've got 7 now.
Need it for
So our
minus
2 big.
5.
What about for the dire wolves?
We have dire wolves.
Yeah, they've. Do you not see? And you look at now the arbor.
So there's 7
massive.
wolves and there's 2 dire wolves.
Yeah, and the litters are going to be dire wolves.
Guys, I would probably. Okay, so if you're 2 gold a month and you're 2 gold a month, that's 4 gold, and then I would go probably up to 7 for the 2 dire wolves on top of that, and then
Perfect.
another. I would charge 10 gold for the lot of you
All right,
on a monthly basis.
perfect. I don't know what that's going to get us, but it sounds good.
10 gold a month. It's a platinum a month. That should be enough to live on plenty for you guys.
You see Arbor look at you, his head kind of tilts a
Yeah,
little bit.
there's. I got a man. I got a man I trust. He will explain all this to you over there.
Yeah.
Everything up there works on these little things, and I don't. Don't worry
Okay.
about it.
Even food?
No. I mean, if you can catch your own food, you can eat your own food. But it's
Okay, is there a lot of food running around the place?
rats. There's a lot of rats.
So
There's a cook.
the wolves don't even eat the rats.
No, but there is a cook who will cook stuff for you to eat.
Oh, what's their name?
Fuck.
Cook.
Something with a J.
I don't.
I'm not
laughs hysterically.
I didn't get that guy's name. I was too worried about Daxio, who was the guy that works for me.
Daxio?
Yeah,
All right, I remember his name.
he's awesome.
Cool.
He'll help you out with all the money stuff.
Good deal. All right, so we'll go pack what's left of our things, but I mean, outside of that, are we just taking kind of clothes and stuff?
Whatever you want.
All right.
You'll have
Hey, Leaf,
rooms.
want to get drunk?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I don't have to cast spell till tomorrow morning.
We have amber meat.
Yeah.
All right.
What's up?
You get a message. Like, what's that?
Fuck is that in my ear?
What's up? No, I wasn't doing it back.
Okay, so
Oh, I did leave Ruby there, so I could actually do that to you.
yeah, Ruby's still there, and Ruby's invisible.
Somewhere
I'm
in the
studying.
cauldron
I'm studying.
It's canon. Somewhere in the Cauldron Keep, there is a sprightly.
Leaf has to get drunk first.
That is how we know Leaf is drunk. Even if he's not around, if Ruby yells, "What's up?"
What's up?
It's canon.
In Leaf's voice.
Okay, Leaf, you here? It's utterly confusing for those of you who are around to hear Leaf shout "What's up" from the ethereal.
I'm just gonna look at Dathana.
Yeah. So he's having a good time.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, great. So you still got the rune wrong. Try it again.
It's.
I
but it-
know it's hard. Hold a steady paw. You can understand why Leaf has the thoughts about it, like the way that interaction didn't work well during Dathana's training and Leaf's abilities. You're beginning to understand.
It's making more sense.
It's all coming very clear.
At some point in my drunken night, can I eavesdrop on this mess?
If you'd like to.
Awesome.
What do
Okay.
you mean this mess?
Could you give me a stealth? So I would say after the next 4 to 5 hours with Arbor and Cypress, your mother would come back with 4 saplings. Each are individual, and then she would also give you a number of seeds from the garden.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
And then for planting, so you'd get from the garden, you would get some tomatoes and then a number of herbs. So you're talking mint, basil, parsley, the whole 9. I would also say that she would give you some of the specific flowers that are grown in the cloakwood, and we're talking white tulips that are grown in the area, as well as a number of the specific what they call the twilight orchids that bloom at night and are a black purple, as opposed to orchids that bloom during the day and are typically whites to reds in across the spectrum.
You said white tulip and twilight orchid?
Yep.
Tomato and herb garden?
Mm-hmm. Along with 3 of the specific
Catnip?
along with 4 oak trees that are saplings.
Ask her for some catnip?
No, but I mean, come on. Now I've got rare flowers that I can sell. I don't even have to adventure anymore.
Just kick back.
Leaf becomes an herbalist. That's campaign 2, actually.
I can just kick
we'll
back
just-
and send you guys out.
We'll
Go
in-
fetch Quentin. He's more interested in
So I would say
No.
You get a cleric and wolves.
So let me open this up because this is actually important. So you're going to eavesdrop? After about 4 or 5 hours in, the familiar buzz of the amber mead enters the back of your mind, and you think to yourself, I wonder what mess is happening with Thana and Fleetfoot.
Yeah, and I just start giggling to myself and go into a trance, and because I remember what happened when Grandma tried to teach me how to do this.
All right, so give me a stealth check for Ruby, with advantage because she's invisible.
Stealth check for Ruby. What is her stealth?
A billion.
But
So
it's
which of the
Dathana.
3 cantrips are you taking of Dathana's?
I'm taking Create Bonfire,
Okay.
Acid Splash,
Okay.
and Chill Touch.
Okay, got it.
Oh, her stealth is +8.
Yeah,
And
she's
that's good because I rolled a 2, so that's a 10.
It's with advantage because she's invisible.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Good, because you rolled a 7.
I rolled a 5 that time, so it's...
The 10 remains.
No, it's like 3 higher now. It's a 13.
Okay, so you, Fleetfoot, you and Dathana would hear it,
Ruby's just like having none of it.
and just kind of sits, and Dathana goes, huh. So, you've mastered acid spray. It took a little bit longer than I would have liked, but that's fine.
A darn rune.
You've
Get
been-
you every time.
Well, you've been playing songs for a long time, so your lute picking skills are much better than your rune drawing skills. So, now we will move to Chill Touch, which, despite what the name would say, is neither a touch spell nor is it cold damage.
It's like Mage Hand with Necromancy.
It is not. Mage Hand actually does accurately describe the spell in which you are using, and the fact that it is a hand conjured by a mage that floats in the ethereal.
That's what I meant.
I do not understand your meaning.
Right now is when you hear Ruby go, "What's up?"
Do you understand why he did not like his lessons?
Who are you
Did you guys
talking
just
about?
Leaf?
Balasar is pounding at the door at this point.
Just want to learn.
So, guys, for real, I have some stuff that I need to tell you.
While he is talking, I expect for you to copy down the runes for Chill Touch.
Can you...
No.
I was going to say block out the sound so I'm not distracted.
No, I want to hear what he has to say. Also, you will be required to make these motions to where they are from your memory. Pardon me, Leaf. We are
No, it's okay. Whenever you're ready.
absolutely. Balasar, come inside.
Okay.
So you will want to.
By the way,
Are
Mom
you
wants
having
to
a
kill
seizure?
you.
Who? Oh, she always does.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely. So you will need for these specific spells to be in order to use the motions and
This is
utter
why I
the
don't like
vocal and
being a
some other
wizard.
components.
I'm paying attention, Leaf.
Yeah, I know. It's tough. It's much easier than it just comes to you, like when you're a bard or a sorcerer.
You will need to be able to
Or
do this
weird
even under the most
overnight.
distracting of circumstances. And at which point she looks and goes, and there is a bonfire that appears on the floor.
See how good she is at this shit, though? I can't do this with that. She can just change it up whenever.
We tried for a period of time. It did not work. It was a blow to my ego.
That.
I'm not a wizard.
You're not. You're
No, I
a sorcerer,
know.
and you are one of great talent. I envy you the ability to just simply know a spell.
So,
I know like 5 spells. You know all of them.
I know 104 spells.
All right, so
actually.
see, 104 spells to 9.
I need both hands free.
Anyways, I have stuff to talk about that's kind of regarding the whole
Fleetfoot, if you
keep
will
of
copy
us.
your runes. Leaf, share, please.
So,
Will you please at least bring her into existence?
oh, is she invisible? I can't see her.
I understand that you were looking through her eyes.
Right. Ruby,
none
you
of us
don't have
is-
to be invisible.
You now shall see for the first time a sprite that appears, is ruby in color, and just kind of perched. Eyes are kind of glazed over milky with a little bit of blue in the back, and the mouth open, moving in time with Leaf's voice. Fleetfoot, continue your copying. Leaf, what is up? What is happening in the Cloakwood?
So, I'm bringing people back.
I bet your mother loves that.
No, she hates it. That's why she wants to kill you. That and you're making me kill a dragon. But
People?
that's okay. People.
Just people?
Fleetfoot, copy your runes.
People of all kinds. A
Other
couple of
people.
dire people. One of them pregnant.
Oh, you're bringing back Arbor and Cypress.
Yep. So we're gonna need some like stables for the dogs or wolves or dire wolves that are coming with them,
They've
and
grown. Good.
they're gonna be our guards for about 10 gold a month.
Seems to be a fair price. Did you work out the math on your own?
Yep.
Oh, good.
2
Did they help?
rangers, 7 wolves, 2 dire wolves, and a litter of dire wolf puppies on the way.
Oh, good. Good.
Oh, perfect. I love puppies.
That is
Wait.
exciting.
What?
We'll build the stables right outside by the horse stables.
Awesome. I also got some herb garden and 4 oak saplings that we can plant around the premises.
It is a bit bare here, so
Yep.
I don't think I'd.
Can
For
I get a
one.
tree? Sorry.
There's 4 oak saplings, yes.
It'll be a decade or so.
By the way, Fleetfoot, with that rune, you would have set your hand aflame. As that
Again? Is that
So
the set
maybe have
flame,
him practice,
set hand of flame
like-
rune?
It is. That is from bonfire. You need the necrotic side of things. That is a squiggle as opposed to. Your
Anyway, so get to work on those stables for the dogs, and I'm going to go back to drinking now. Bye. What's up?
Ruby. Back to the room. As Leaf's voice echoes. Balasar, you are outfitted with a fine new weapon.
Yeah. So it's pretty. It's
Form and function.
yes.
Yep. Ruby's
Would you like to observe the lesson, or are you going to
No. Apparently, I have to go start building stables. So
enjoy?
yeah.
If you know you can find craftsmen to do that work.
But where's the fun in that?
Not having to build a Sorry.
Okay. Well,
Also, not having to rebuild the stable when it falls down.
More so that one.
I can't wait for those checks.
Balasar's gonna go downstairs and start building a stable.
Does
Cool.
Balasar know how to build a stable?
Nope.
He has no idea.
He doesn't even have the proper tools.
Delightful.
Those are carpenter's tools, and he don't got them.
No, I got.
You have
Oh,
sword.
Dang it! I forgot to go buy a new lockpick.
All right. So, Fleetfoot, as you say, was up, and the lesson that Dathan is providing for Fleetfoot fades into the ether. You emerge back in the Cloakwood. Arbor, Cypress, Bear, and the rest of your family all jovially gathered amongst around the campfire and around these long tables grown from the forest floor. You spend your night in revelry.
And at some point in my drunken night, I'm just going to say, and you know, Mom, if you really wanted to, you could come too and help shape these trees.
No. I mean, maybe.
Well, then you can't be upset if they leave. You can stay
Fine.
here, you can go there, you can
Fine.
call Nana and she'll pop you back over there. You can travel quickly.
Fine. Fine. I've always wanted to sing a tree in a city.
There you go. You can sing your own little grove in this keep in the city.
That does sound nice. I still don't know what a keep is.
Kind of like a castle, but smaller.
Okay. I'm not 100% sure.
Kind of like if our house was built instead of grown.
From what?
Rocks.
That sounds ugly.
It is, but it's what we got. So
It also sounds cold.
that's why you're gonna help shape the trees all over the place.
We'll tell Nana that she can pop me in whenever.
Okay, I can pop you in. Haha.
Okay. That's new.
Mhm.
You just keep growing up. Huh. Okay.
All right, so tomorrow we're going. If you want to come with
I'll
us.
stay here for a little bit.
Okie dokie.
So, your night of revelry fades into black, as do a few of your memories. You awaken the next morning, a little bit of a lawn on your tongue as you have just a touch of a hangover, and make your way back up to Dathana's study with Arbor, Cypress, and the pack. And would you like to then zoom your way out?
Yeah, but to the Lord's Council chamber, not to. I want it to be very well known that I am arriving with a pack of wolves, and they will be guarding my keep.
Got it. So,
You gave me a hard time about flying around on a carpet shooting. No, you did help.
Uh-huh.
You did shoot. That's right. You wanted to make an entrance, baby. All you
If
had to do
I'm
was
going to
ask.
start having to play politics with these people, I'm going to do it right.
okay, so you
And I
arrive.
don't really want to arrive with 2 dire wolves and 7 wolves in tow in that little shop because I think that would be rude.
I would love to see what Trista would have done, honestly. Okay, so you arrive as a group. Arbor and Cypress go, "Ugh, does it always hurt your stomach like that?
Yeah, it's kind of like you
Oh, I'm going to throw
pull
up.
your spine through your...
I'm going to throw
yeah,
up. I'm going to throw up.
gets
Cypress,
easier.
Yeah, you're going to... Oh. I blame the mead.
It's all right.
Okay.
They have people here.
There's a lot of people here.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
This way to the cauldron.
Leaf, there are no trees.
Nope, we're inside.
There are no trees, Leaf.
Yep.
Okay.
Gets worse. This way.
So you all make your way very obviously through the packed and crowded streets of the castle ward of Waterdeep for about 15 minutes, and it's taking you longer than it normally
Just don't
would.
shoot or eat anybody until we're inside the keep walls. Then anybody who comes in after you, you're allowed to eat.
At this point, the wolves are tightly packed in because they are way out of their element. The dire wolves
Yes,
are
everybody afraid.
glued to Arbor and Cypress, and Arbor and Cypress are eyes wide open, mouth a bit agape, and you just hear them whisper to each other occasionally.
Gets easier.
Why are they so fat?
Gets easier.
Why is she wearing that? It's not. She can't run.
Gets easier.
If somebody shot an arrow at them,
Exactly. So your job's also going to be easy.
huh?
Just
Is it like this everywhere?
yeah, just pretend it's normal and it gets easier.
Okay. So you make your way through the crowded streets, arriving back at the Cauldron Keep, and as you arrive, you hear Cypress. Huh? So where are we sleeping?
All right. So we got a couple of rooms somewhere in here.
Okay.
We have these 4 trees to plant somewhere.
Yeah.
We have all this stuff, and apparently somebody was going to make stables or start building stables or something for. All
Balasar,
your
could you give me
buddies here.
a dexterity check with disadvantage?
So as I walked outside with the broom and trowel that I found, I walk up to the spot where I was going to make stables, and I go, "Oh, I need to go to town for that lockpick," and I drop my stuff and walk away.
Balasar, good to see you. And you see Arbor and Cypress and their pack of wolves in the entryway to the cauldron.
Oh, hi!
Yeah.
I found guards. These are going to go on our payroll.
We're
Comes
getting
with
10
all
gold
of
a
these
week for all of
guys.
us.
10 gold a month.
A month. 10 gold a month for all of us.
That's a deception check if ever I...
It was a month, right? It was.
It
2
was
gold
a
month.
month,
just-
but
I
Arbor
just-
and Cypress don't know.
I love that they don't know what it means. Like, yeah, $1 million.
$1 million. Yeah, so we gotta.
Okay.
Where are we gonna put the?
See, I was gonna build stables right over there, but then I realized I needed one little lockpick, so I'm gonna be right back.
Arbor reaches into his
Hey.
pack. I gotta.
When you're there getting the lockpick, could you also inquire about a carpenter to help us put stables
Yes.
together? Great.
Yeah, and we can help him build.
Okay, I'll let them know.
Okay.
And if we get enough of the framework, then. Do you guys know how to sing trees? Did Mom ever teach you that?
No, but we know how to build stuff.
Okay.
We had to, you know.
I think Grandma does. She's a little busy.
Yeah. At which point there's a little from one of the windows up top, and you kind of hear, okay, so do you see where you went wrong?
The rune with the hand and the flames
You are using the hand motion
for
from create
bonfire.
bonfire.
All right, I'll be
for
back.
a-
Okay,
I'm still
bye.
heading to town.
I'm gonna go find these guys a place to.
Yeah, there's 2 rooms over at.
Where can Where can the wolves get? Which building can be destroyed?
Do I hear or see, like, do I hear a commotion?
Give me a perception check.
Just bring them down to the dungeon for now. Just leave the cell doors open.
10, my hand's
Awesome
on fire.
dungeon for the wolves.
As you are continuing the
If
hand
they'll
motion
go in
through,
there,
but
got it.
You hear a little bit of hubbub outside, and
Should be like
Balasar
den
shouting
like.
voice.
I'm sure I can convince.
That's
them.
normal.
Balasar, it's normal.
That's
It's temporary.
par for the course.
So you guys are gonna have your rights to build whatever you want to house
okay.
the wolves because they're your wolves, and
Where do we keep him in the meantime?
we've got the dungeons over here, which is more like a dark den. I don't know if they'll like it, but it's
Do
temporary.
you have a yard?
Yeah, we have yard all over the place.
Then we'll just tell them not to leave.
Well, if they want to cool off or go inside or something like that, they can go in here, and I show them the inside.
All right, well, they can open the door, and you kind of know the dire wolves. By the way, Balasar, these dire wolves come up to their chest. They come up to your midsection. They are massive wolves.
I like them.
One is black with gray tufts. The other is gray with black highlights. They seem to be like a yin and yang opposite of each other.
If you bring Quentin back, I'm gone.
So it's like, fuck this, I'm out. Okay. Any anything else that you all would like to do as Arbor and Cypress get settled? Dathana is now, she's now going to be assisting you with those first level spells on the second day, and that will take you the materials that you. So just go ahead and remove them from your inventory, unless you want to go to the heraldic impulses.
Can I ask that there's some spells that I would like to learn? I was going to ask for scrolls to hold on to them, but
All right. So of the first level, I can teach you the following. Let me ask you this first. Do you prefer the more... Would you like to hurt people or help people?
yes. I would like to hurt or help.
I would
Whatever
like
the
to-
situation calls for.
I understand that, Fleetfoot. However,
A little of A, a little of B.
prioritization for the first spell, would you like the option to hurt or to help people?
Help.
Okay. So, for that, you have... I can teach you Absorb Elements, Charm Person, Disguise Self, Expeditious Retreat, Feather Fall, Fog Cloud, Mage Armor, Shield, Silent Image, and Unseen Servant.
And this is in addition to the three
This
that I
would be
initially...
the first level spells that she would be able to teach you to add your spell slots.
So from... Did she have magic... No, she didn't have magic missile.
She does that, but that is not a spell that helps people. That is a spell that hurts people.
Okay. So the reason I wanted to go is because I was going to learn the three that I sent you.
Gotcha. Okay, perfect.
And then I was going to ask for scrolls to learn later on.
Got it. So let me take a look
But
at
if
those.
she's here and could help, then...
Let me take a look at those really quickly. She has all of those, and she would be willing to help you learn them. But you would need to still spend those amounts.
I already took the money
Got
out.
it. So you're good. So she would be able to assist you in that.
Okay.
And you can spend this, that would be the first part of that day doing the copying.
Yeah, so I'll copy those three, get my first level spells, and then I would like to go to Heraldic Influence because I also need some potions.
You got it.
That's the second half of the day, yeah?
Yeah, that would be the second half of the day. So on this day 2, anything that you all would like to do today?
Well, I was on my way into town to get a lockpick and check on a carpenter.
You got it. So give me an investigation check.
16.
16? Okay, so I would say in terms of a lockpick, you're able to find that with little to no effort. You actually find a shop by the name of... Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-dow.
That's a long name.
It's a pretty cool name, actually.
It's called Yorl's Natural Remedies.
No,
Yarl's Remedies.
Yorl's Remedies. So you walk
Those
inside,
town criers.
and there is this halfling gentleman who is a bit, who's wiry thin, auburn hair, blazing green eyes. Well, it's great to see you come into Yorl's Natural Remedies. How can I assist you today?
Wait, is that where
You're
I
a
looked for the
big
lockpick?
one. Yes.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm looking to steal some stuff.
What?
Not your stuff. Sorry, I'm trying to buy stuff from you, but I need to steal some stuff. I need a lockpick.
That's a strange way to lead in for a very specific item, my friend.
You're right.
You want a lockpick?
I'm not good at talking to
That's
people. I'm
5
sorry.
silver for the lockpick.
What?
5 silver for the lockpick.
You trying to steal from me?
No,
That's way cheaper than that sword you
I just don't want to sell to a thief.
Oh. That's fair.
I thought so.
Here's 5 silver.
All right, and here's 2 lockpicks.
Wonderful. You have a great day, sir. I'm gonna
You
go
as
steal
well.
some stuff. Bye.
Okay. As you leave, what a strange dragonborn. Oh well, and he kind of goes back about his day. In terms of carpenters, you will inquire. So I would say you'd head back up to the merchant ward, back to where you, Quentin, and Fleetfoot, and Tybron.
Samron's Remedies.
No, and Leo actually. All those weeks ago went up to the Merchants Guild and are able to inquire. They would be able to put out a contract, but for 3 skilled workers, it would take them a week, and it would cost you 500 gold pieces. That is for supplies and for labor, for those 3 people. It would take 5 unskilled workers a week and a half, and the cost would be 300 gold pieces, but you would be risking shoddy work.
The twins agreed to build it after he left, didn't they?
They did.
No, I thought you said you'd tell him that.
Oh yeah, no, you did hear
Oh
the
yeah,
twins.
so I was gonna tell them that I would be assisting them.
They're
I have
willing
two
to help.
friends assisting in the
So, hearing that, they would inform you that you could probably use a foreman in that stead. And for supplies and for the foreman, you're looking at about 250 gold pieces. The foreman is a bit more expensive, but he'll be able to direct your efforts and assist you. And then it's about 175 gold for all of the materials.
Done.
Okay. So 175 gold. And the foreman, the woman behind the counter leans forward.
You can expect to have him be, this afternoon. He will appear and begin to guide you.
Wonderful.
His name is Terence.
Terrence.
Terence Goodbody.
Perfect.
Indeed.
So you make your way back to the keep. Fleetfoot, you head back out into Waterdeep, going to the Heraldic Influence.
Mm-hmm. Am I by myself? Is Dathana with me still?
If you ask Tathana, she can accompany you.
No.
Okay.
I need some me time.
That's fair.
I need some me time.
You ask, and ye shall receive, my friend.
I'm not complaining. I just know I need some me time.
Okay, so you arrive at the. This building looks familiar to you.
Just so you know, because you might want to do this together, I'm planning on dropping 1,000 gold in the chest, letting Daxia know that's house funds, and he should pay himself out of that. And
Okay.
if my brothers do not get paid by house funds, make sure they get paid out of that.
Absolutely.
And then we'll.
You see him begin to write. Absolutely, I'll keep my ledger. And he
Um,
continues writing away.
And then I'm going to go back to Heraldic Influences. So if we end up there together, then.
Right. So as you leave, you and Fleetfoot find yourself from different angles meeting at the doorway to Heraldic Influence.
As we approach, I'm gonna look at Leaf and go, "What's that?
Oh, you like that, huh? Yeah, it was.
Did you have fun last night?"
Great time in the Cloakwood.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Studying was a lot of fun, especially with all that going on.
Bryn wasn't any nicer.
I mean, I can believe
Is
that.
that where we buy potions?
You could ask around and see if there's another spot. So give me an
So
investigation.
you've been here before?
Yeah, once. I actually can teleport here. Now.
Nice.
So
Mhm.
actually, the name
first
you get is
visit.
different from
Dathana
Heraldic
wanted to come
Influence,
along.
and we'll get to that.
I said no.
She should have. The shopkeep inquired about her the other day.
Yeah, but I've spent a lot of time with her, so I'll let her know
Okay.
to come by. You don't act like you don't understand where I'm coming
I-
from.
Left home. I get it.
And then I'll hold the door open after you.
With
Why,
a
thank you,
strange
sir.
Bond of shared experience. One brand new, the
She's
other
a
8
harsh
years old.
teacher, and it's even worse when you can't pick it up.
A rock into Heraldic Influence with a ching-a-ding-a-ding. Oh, good to see you again.
Hello, how are you?
And you brought a friend.
I did.
I have
think
not seen a tabaxi in a long time.
You're welcome.
Uh,
And then I'll laugh.
I think I might like you.
I think I might like you.
Well, that's good.
Fleetfoot, new student of Dathana.
Ah. And you see her look at you with a shared. She understands.
And then I'm just going to put my paw on Leaf's shoulder, like, yep.
Aha. I see.
Leaf just told me that you wanted her to stop by. She did offer to come along. I politely declined.
Oh well.
Have you seen the wolves?
You have wolves.
Yes.
Fantastic. Might I stop? Where do you all stay?
The Cauldron, how many?
7 2 dire.
Cooking
One
appliance.
pregnant dire.
7 of them, 2 of which
No.
are dire?
Total 9.
And one's pregnant?
Yep.
You
Mother
have
Nature.
Pregnant wolves?
Pregnant dire wolf.
We're going to get
Oh.
back to that.
I see.
I figure since he's having a bad weekend, I should just jump it all on him now. He's been studying with Dathana. He doesn't like dogs.
No,
It is-
that's
it
solid.
It can only go uphill from here.
I agree. That's... I appreciate
So-
that.
You mentioned a cauldron. That is a cooking implement.
That's the name of, what was it called before? I don't even know what it was called before. Balasar's Family's Keep?
It's called a cauldron because it holds the meat soup group.
Oh, the mercenaries.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perhaps you've heard of them.
I have. It's Barash's old estate. Good riddance
Yes.
to that asshole.
Yes. We're at Barash's old estate.
We are.
Which is now called the Cauldron.
Understood. Well, I'll make sure to stop by and pop in on the wolves.
All
If you- if that's okay
9
with
of
you.
them.
Yes, by all means, I'll let the...
When the time comes
No.
for the one to give birth, I'd be more than happy to assist.
Sorry,
Did you smell something bad, my dear?
Hairball.
just thinking about the
It's a
9
Tabaxi
wolves.
reaction when they have a bad
Oh.
I don't know if all tabaxi or if you just have
as
a.
part of a pack. But I do understand feline tendencies will be what they will. So, how might I assist you today?
I was just browsing, to be honest, seeing what was about while I was here.
I have in stock. We've been recently cleaned out, but I have 4 potions of healing, and then
Yes.
1 ring here that is, well, this one is of my own enchantment. So if you ever need any sort of enchanting, feel free to stop on by. But this one is, well, I suppose if you begin to fall and you decide that you do not want to fall as quickly, you can activate this ring, and it will.
Feather falling?
Yes,
That's
you
actually
have been
interesting.
studying with Dathana.
How much?
For that ring, it is about 1,700 gold pieces.
Does it require attunement?
It will take some time for you to meditate with it. Yes.
I have nothing. I couldn't. There's nothing.
Oh,
I have no more.
you're focused on a great many things. Then.
Yeah, I already have
understand
too
that.
many things.
A mind divided is not a mind that can
Yeah.
stand.
The health potions
Those are 50 gold pieces per. For the standard,
for standard.
and I have 4 of them, so 200 in total.
Also looking for some scrolls that I might hold on to learn spells.
Of
At a
what
later
level are you looking to learn?
1 right now.
1. Let me go and check my inventory, and I will let you. They're mostly personal stores of second copies, but I can check for you.
That would be great.
She runs back and ruffles through her stash.
Would you
and-
rather have my list of what I'm looking for? He just read my message.
I sure did.
Do you want to shout? So while she's
Do I miss
rummaging, do you want to shout what you're looking for to her?
Sure. Expeditious Retreat,
Okay.
Featherfall, Mage Armor, Unseen Servant, Silent Image, Grease, Jump, Find Familiar.
Okay. So she'll return and say, "Of those, I have 3. I have Find Familiar, I have Mage Armor that I have copied rather recently, and I have Expeditious Retreat.
And how much for those?
For each of those, it is going to be 100 gold pieces,
So looking at 500 for the 4 health potions and
and
those
the
3.
3 scrolls. And I am giving you those at a heavy discount simply because I understand the pain that you are going through."
I appreciate that.
And you notice her hands at this point, pretty calloused. A feeling that you understand from your sore paws.
I get it.
I know.
Tell you what, I am interested in the Mage Armor and the Expeditious Retreat. What?
I sent it to Helen.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
That's what I hear. Mage Armor, Expeditious Retreat. So 200
gold for the both. Yes.
And then it was for standard
4 of the standard healing potions.
2d4 plus.
So yeah, for mechanics,
Player-
2d4
yeah.
plus 2.
Okay, just so I know how much. Leaf, did you want? No, you have too much going on for the ring.
I don't need. Well, I mean, it'd be nice to have, but I would have to give up.
Other things.
Yeah. And
Anything
I
you would
already have other things that are in my.
Leaf's got a lot.
Sounds like it.
I can.
He lights up like Christmas.
I
Yeah, he
can
does.
change equipment based on what's coming. Yeah, it's weird.
So
It's a good.
yeah.
It's versatile. It's
So
good.
you're good if I take it.
Yeah, you can take it.
would you
but-
like to put that is 2,000? That is as low as I can go. I'm.
2,000, you say?
Oh, no, 1,700. Normally priced, it is 2,000, but I understand what you are going through.
Yeah. No, sorry. It's clouding a bit. I
It
apologize.
will all become clear. Have you decided which path you're going to choose?
I mean, divination.
Oh, you're choosing her speciality. You are
as a bard-
brave tabaxi.
As a bard, knowing things is more valuable
Fleetfoot, I chose enchantment for a reason,
because it was.
not her speciality. I
Yeah.
love her dearly, but the teaching methods, as you both can know, can be difficult at times.
The rune, the bonfire rune.
You learned bonfire.
I did.
I did not.
Can I? No, I didn't prepare it, so I wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm prepared.
I was gonna try it. 200 for the scrolls, 200 for the healing potions,
1,700 for the ring, if you would like it.
so 2,100.
Yes. You got money, might as well spend. It's just gonna
That
sit
cleans me out.
It's just gonna sit there otherwise.
And Fleet doesn't really care about money.
All right. So would you like
Yep.
a ring? Okay. So go
I'll
ahead
take
and add
it.
a ring of Featherfall to your inventory.
And then
If you ever need to come back for paper and ink, then I will.
forgot
be here
about
for
that
you.
stuff, but I'm good right now.
All right. Well, I will be here for you should you need it.
Perfect. And Leaf can show up here now.
We've had that discussion. Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'll get there someday.
I didn't with the wolves because I thought 9 wolves and 3 elves would be a little much.
Oh, I would have welcomed them with open arms.
There was just a lot of people in one spot.
I do agree. Second thoughts,
Yeah.
hindsight being what it is, as she looks around her shop, this would not be...
Yeah.
You understand.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong, I would have loved to have you.
I greatly appreciate it, but I thought fitting 9 wolves and 2 humans and 3 humans in here, or 3 elves in here, half elves.
No, absolutely. Well, anytime you'd like to pop on by.
Thank you.
And she hands the ring to you. It's a beautiful
I did have
silver
more
ring
money
with a blue sapphire set on the top.
The platinum actually.
And I was just wondering if you could take a look at this. I've already had it identified. I know what it is. I'm just wondering if you can figure out who's inside it.
And she looks at the ring very carefully. And after she takes a moment, she focuses, her eyes flash blue. An old man. Much more than that, I don't know.
Gotcha.
man.
So,
Seems a bit of a
Bastard old man, good old man, bad old man. Is there any form of-
tired, I think, is an adjective I would use.
Okay, that's not.
Not, he means no ill will.
Okay. All right, I might put it on.
All right, well, here you are.
Thank you.
It's a
I
powerful
appreciate
ring,
it.
and the fact that it has an inhabitant is
Yeah, I know.
interesting. Normally they don't.
Yeah, I figured because that means he died wearing it.
Yes. And made the choice to stay. One wonders what he was attempting to escape. Or what he was attempting to preserve.
And now he's been keeping himself sane.
I imagine the last wearer was not a kind individual based upon this interaction.
Where did I get this? Oh, I remember where I got this. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. And I pocket the thing again, and I'm good to go back
Okay, well,
home.
all right.
That
Well, I will make my way
feels
to
weird.
the cauldron, I suppose, if you all would have me. And,
Yes, and you have an open invitation. You are welcome anytime.
perfect. And who might I inquire about the wolves so I might be there to assist in the...
Arbor or Cypress would be the...
And do they bear the family resemblance?
Yes, they very much bear the family resemblance. I guess you would say the owners in your terms of the wolves, but they're not.
Do they have a particular affinity? Understood.
Yes.
Okay, well, I will be here if you need me.
Thank you for your time.
Absolutely. If you ever need any enchanting done, you know where to find me.
Jess might have to do that.
Wonderful.
thank you. I'm sure I'll be back soon.
And best of luck to you.
I'll need it.
So, Balasar, potions. You have left Yorl's, made your way
Daxi, I should have
from
my
the
stuff
trade ward,
all
and just kind of
prepared
asking
for me by the
around.
time I'm done.
You are told Yorl's Natural Remedies is the place to go.
Well, that's
for-
where I'm going.
So, opening up the door once more in this little shop that's kind of tucked away down a little alley. Oh, you're back! Well,
Oh, hi.
welcome back in. You steal things?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking for potions, though.
Oh, yeah, we got those. In spades.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so...
And don't worry.
What are you looking for?
The
Healing
wolves won't
potions, I
eat
guess
you.
I should say.
Well, we have those. We got 4 of the standard ones right now.
Okay.
I have 1 of the big ones.
It
It's
might
a lot
chase you.
more
The greater
healing.
one? Healing?
Yeah, those. If you want other types of potions, I have recently finished 2. One that'll give you the strength of a giant, and the hill giant specifically, if you're looking for that. And the other, well, makes you speedier.
Ooh.
So mechanically, potion of hill giant strength. There is also a potion of speed, which one drunk, you are under the effects of the haste spell for a minute. It's not cheap.
How much is the hill giant? potion?
He rummages through. This one is 300 gold. You look at it as this strange sort of like key lime color, and it bubbles and gurgles in a very slow way throughout the vial.
And the speed potion?
Oh, that one is it's a bit on the pricey side. It's about 2,500 gold.
Oh, that is a bit pricier than I was expecting.
Yes, most people do.
I
give me that look.
understand, yes.
Yes. You have to understand the effects of the spell are very difficult to maintain and are quite. Oh, how do I put it? It can explode
Ah,
at any time.
I'm not so interested anymore.
I understand. If you would like to come
The
back,
price is I understand. The exploding thing is wearisome.
you have to understand when one is subjected to those types of energies for a long period of time, once it wears off,
Explode.
well, you become quite tired. However, it is very volatile in potion form. And as you look at it, you see it is a very big spherical vial. Inside it is a light teal color that is bubbling rapidly. Imagine Coke with a Mento all the time.
Scary stuff.
Yes, you're quite right. I'm going to set it down now. And he gingerly places it back.
Well, I'm interested in every potion except for that one.
Well, for my potions of standard healing, they are 55 gold per. And for my greater healing, that is a 500 gold for that. I only have the one. It does take a great deal of time to brew. But it's powerful. You know, you take some, you lose some.
I'll take the 4 standard potions and the Hill Giant potion.
Okay, well, with that, I will be more than happy to knock off 5 gold per, since you're buying in bulk. So that's 50 gold pieces per. So that's 200 gold for the standard healing potions. And for the potion of Hill Giant Strength, that is 300 gold pieces for a grand total of 500 gold pieces. You're clearing me out of my shop. That makes me feel nice.
500.
So you can add 4 standard healing potions to your inventory, and then a potion of Hill Giant Strength, which you will be able to do. And it might just be as a potion of Strength, but there'll be a table within the potion of Strength that'll let you know the specifics of Hill Giant. Thank you, D&D Beyond, for this wonderful tool.
So do I have enough pages and ink right now to be good for a little bit?
For your first level wizard, you're set.
Okay,
Once you make your spell book, you are set for your first level spells.
Okay, because
Or for your cantrips and for your first level spells.
I had money done differently, so I didn't want to run out.
Narratively, then what are you making the book for?
That's
Right.
why I was like, I have to buy every page. Like,
You will need to stock up on paper.
Eventually.
So I would say, what I would do if it was me, and it's totally up to you for how you track the number of pages that you have. You currently have 3 cantrips, 3 first level, so you have 6 pages. Every page you buy afterwards, I would just say, I now have 10 pages, and I have 20 pages, and you can just keep track of how many actually have a spell on them versus how many you have left blank.
okay.
Make sense?
I probably for the next campaign, like,
Absolutely.
I'm going to buy,
Yeah.
like, a book and have a marker. Like, that's where.
And there are actually spell... it's going to be fun. There are actually spell cards that I can get for you as well. So you can carry those. So, anything else you'd like?
I think I'm going to do
No,
something
I think
stupid.
I'm okay.
All right. Well, once again, the name is Yorl. Feel free to stop on by or send your friends. In the meantime, I will get to brewing so I can serve all your potion needs in the future.
Sounds good.
I know.
I'm gonna leave, but I want to see if I can find like 3 or 4 town criers on my way back to the keep.
Give me an investigation check.
For the bubba-dabba-dabba-dabba-dabba-day.
Not very good.
What was the name of the shop?
La da 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 da.
6.
6.
Mix
It
oddities.
takes you a while. You get a little bit turned around at some point, and you find yourself wandering into the dock ward. And as you do, you hear a woman. It seems as if from the north the cold is coming.
It's Yelp.
Strange occurrences from Daggerford and the Misty Forest.
You just wanted to watch
Meet
him
soup
do
group.
this?
5 stars.
Is this all you want to do?
No, I want to try and talk to them and tell them about the meat soup group moving into the Cauldron's Keep.
As you approach, you,
I'd be more than happy to assist you.
and she kind of greases her palm a little bit.
What would you like me to say?
Oh, I just want you to tell about the great promise of the meat soup group and how they're now.
Of the meat soup group?
It's a mercenary group. Have you not heard? And I want to tell her like a whole bunch of crazy stuff that we've done.
And
Like,
after
you know,
she goes,
killed
those are great
dragons.
stories, and I'm guessing they might actually kind of be sort of true. So, 2
Here's-
gold, and I'll get it all throughout the city.
2 gold it is.
Perfect. She greases the palm, and she says, as she walks away, you hear, "New mercenary group. Meat Soup Group is conquering the Serpent Hills. Tomb of a Mummy Lord raided by mercenaries." Continues on her on her merry way. Anything else anybody
Paying
would like to
for
do with
reviews.
these last the last in the waning
Nothing
hours
like
of your
buying your way to the top.
right in the waning hours of your
Fleet's good with
second
it.
day of downtime? What would you all like to do?
3
Okay.
more times. All over town.
All right, so I'd say that you'd be able to find at least one more with that roll. 3 is going to be a stretch, and the going rate for this one would probably be around the same.
Okay.
Okay.
I'd like to have a chat with Dathana
Okay.
because I'm assuming we're setting out on the
You got
next
it.
day.
And anything you'd like to do, Lee?
How do you want to work? Do you want to take the money for the chest, or do you want me to leave it in my stuff, or what?
So I would say Doxia would have found the chest and the 2 keys for about a gold.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I mean the money that I'm going to leave in the chest.
Oh, leave it in your inventory.
Okay.
But just keep track of it in a note.
Okay.
And then once I literally have a calendar on my end, and I will talk about what happens on month's end, so we can just do expenses at the end of every
Alright.
month.
And in that
You got about
case,
17 days.
I think I'm going to do something stupid.
I'm all for it.
You mean like go talk to a town crier?
No. I'm going to talk to a ring.
Oh,
Yes!
Okay.
I'm going to attune to the ring of mind shielding.
All right. You do so. And we'll get to Dathana's conversation right after this. Okay, you attune to the ring. You feel immediately a shield around your mind. Utter silence from any sort of imposing.
I removed the ion stone.
All right, you got it. So the ion stone is now not attuned. So it bloop, drops into your palm and you pocket it. You attune and you hear this.
Well, you look to be a right sight better than the last bitch.
Sure. You can see?
Yeah, I don't look much.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. How are you? How'd
Dead.
you get in a ring? Well, I
died.
know how you got in the ring. When did you die?
Oh, what year is it now?
It's currently 1437.
I tell him 1437.
Well, about 741 years ago.
Jesus, fuck, man. Okay, well, I don't know how boring it is for you in a ring that's not being worn, but
You're nicer than the last person, so seems like it can be kind of pleasant.
what do you do?
I was a wizard.
What do you do now?
I'm a ring.
I'm in the ring.
Do you just talk to me while you're in the ring? Is that pretty much it? Or can you do stuff?
You can ask me questions. We can strike up a conversation, become friends.
Okay, do I need to be concentrating on this ring for that portion of its magic to work? Or can I just be wearing the ring to have you as a friend?
You'd have to be concentrating on it.
Okay.
That's at least what I did, but there was nobody in the ring.
Well, let me try something here. And I'm going to stop. I'm going to break the attunement with the ring so I no longer have whatever protections it gives me.
Okay.
And see if he can still talk to me. Because it says that I can't stop that.
Okay. So as he breaks,
Mm-hmm.
you hear him. It's a little bit more quiet in the back of your mind.
I suppose it don't work no more.
Well, I can hear you.
Oh, then I'm wrong.
So
Learn
I just
something.
got to be wearing this for you to be able to talk to me. Great.
Yeah, you want to talk?
Well, I mean, I don't want to keep you trapped in a ring if you're not going to...
Well, I mean, you're not trying to kill anybody, who's take over the world, or do any sort of nefarious deeds, are you?
Well, not today.
Oh. Well, that's good.
But we tried to kill somebody a few days ago.
Were they a shithead?
Most of them have been.
Oh, then that's okay.
Okay, good. So as long as it's not just random killing, as long as they
I
deserve
don't like
it.
the random killing.
Got it. So we're on the same page. Cool. All right, so I don't have to be concentrating on this for you to talk to me and give me your opinion on things.
Hey, I've learned something new today. By the way, what is your name?
My name is Leaf.
Hi, Leaf. My name.
Do you remember your name?
I do.
Oh,
My name is Sartha.
I'm sorry?
Sartha.
Sartha the Wizard in the Ring.
I suppose, but that's a pretty long title. I'd rather just be called Sartha.
Well, when I explain you to the bard, he's going to want a better description.
Bards do tend to like explanations.
Yep, so Sartha the...
Have you ever thought about the first bard? Do you think they just made fun of their friends and their eyes bled? I've had a lot of time to myself, Leaf.
I think you're going to like the bard.
Well, I don't want to invade your mind space. I know that's a pretty private thing, so I'll just let you talk first.
That's great. I'm just going to keep wearing this ring unless I absolutely need you
Okay.
to not, so that you have... I don't know how it works for you, if you just see from the ring, or if I have to be wearing this for you to see stuff.
I haven't tried to look in a while, Leaf.
But I can only imagine it's boring living in a ring, so...
Well, you get a lot of time to think.
All right, well, keep on that, and I'll get back to you. And
All right. I'll be quiet.
Great. So I can now talk to this...
Sartha.
I don't know what race Sartha was in his lifetime. I don't care.
Okay.
And I'm going to put the Ion Stone back on.
You got it. The stone begins to rotate around your head once more.
All right, that's
okay.
it. So
All right. Fleetfoot, what would you like to do as we wane the final hours of your days?
Just while I'm thinking about it, because I'm looking at it, I will unattune the poison resistance ring and
Okay.
attune to the feather falling.
All of a sudden, your
at the
body
end-
feels a bit light. Yes.
Okay.
continue.
So just while I was thinking about that, so I'd like to find Dathana and thank her for helping me get on my way as a wizard.
It's no problem. Frankly, I think you've made a lot more progress than you think. And I'm only hard on you because, well, you can do better, frankly.
Well, it's when you give up on me that I'll worry.
I'm 800 years old. I'm not going to give up on you.
Good.
Oh, she's
Then
Oh,
we've
how
got-
old is Dathana?
200. She was
I'm
really
200
young.
years old.
Oh,
I'm not
you
going to give
don't
up
look
on
a day over 800.
That is backwards, but okay, thank you.
I don't know how it works.
I don't have my notes about Leaf's family in front of me. My apologies.
Nah.
First of all, Tristal wants you to stop by.
Okay.
Said you hadn't been by in a while.
I hadn't.
Very upset. Wish you had come along with me. I told her that you would stop by later, that I would pass on the message.
Interesting. Okay.
So, and then I'll pull out the Dark Dancer and I'll
yes,
flip it around.
your loot.
The loot. So I'm missing 2 gemstones. I was wondering if you might be able to help me locate the 2 I'm missing, or give me a...
Might I hold it?
You may.
And so she takes it for a moment and her eyes flash blue. Well, this is the first I've seen of this. It seems to be an ancient weapon.
Of a more civilized age.
It seems to be an ancient weapon. You have found 2 gems. Both of these gems belonged to bards of old, actually. So I would imagine, based on inference, you would begin looking in the places where bards of old might have lived or died. I'm afraid I don't know much about music. I know a great deal about spellcraft, though.
We should trade lessons sometimes.
I don't think we should.
You don't want to learn?
Absolutely not. Do you see what I did there?
Absolutely, Dathana.
Yes. I'm afraid you're rubbing off on me. Anyway, back to the task at hand. So, I would imagine...
Bards of old.
Yes, so...
Somewhere Balasar just got that, I bet.
I imagine so. Smart man. Not the most charismatic. A lot happens in the brain, just unable to be communicated.
problem exists somewhere between the mouth and the...
It's the medulla oblongata.
Something wrong with your medulla oblongata.
I lied. I'm going to put the gem of seeing and not the ironstone.
Got it.
So, I would imagine we can looking there. Or, these gems are precious, and they might be a part of a horde of any number of ancient beings that are guarding them. For all I know.
Well, I look forward to finding them no matter what, and I appreciate your insight.
Absolutely. So, where are you setting off to? I imagine you're moving to the Misty Forest.
Yes, to find out about Melindrock's son.
I don't know to whom that refers, frankly.
Melindrock?
I know who Melindrock is, but his son is believed to be dead, and the other son is believed to...
But Verum told us to ask Melindrock about it, so maybe he knows something we don't?
If he does, then that does not bode well for poor Melindrock.
Well, I think that's the next best course of action.
Well, if you like, I can call for the remaining council members who are nearby, and we can have a chat about where you're moving to next.
I think as long as the others might not want to be a part of that, but we should ask them and gather everyone and figure
Well, I
out.
will trust you to do that, and we'll gather in the first floor of the keep, and when we will, we'll have a talk.
Also,
Yes.
before I go,
Okay.
the wolves and the dire wolves. Can they climb trees? Because if they can't, I got a real big favor.
It is in my experience that typically they do not climb.
Perfect. Is there any way I could have a tree sung for me about 59 feet high for my own quarters here in the keep? 30 would be fine too.
I have to tell you, I am not necessarily in touch with that form of nature
Right,
or
it's
natural magic.
Leaf's mom, but
I
I
could
don't.
bring her here if she wishes, but
I'll ask Leaf about it, but I would really like to stay way up off the ground.
I understand. Okay, well, gather your friends,
Will
and
do.
we'll meet back.
So, she leaves, and
So would
what would
Leaf,
you all like to
actually.
do?
I will go
If there was a tree keep above the keep.
gather them
Okay.
and let them know what's
You
happening.
could probably convince
All right, so...
Mom to...
Fleetfoot, you would find Tiberon first, and Tiberon would accompany you. Fleetfoot would then find you, Leaf, and you, Balasar, informing you of a impending quick little get-together inside the first level of the keep, of the Cauldron Keep.
You could
with-
probably convince the whole
Dathan.
family to come over if you grew a forest around here.
We could build a forest keep above the keep.
Mhm.
That's what we need.
I'm in.
So, as
Comes with more wolves.
you all are kind of gathering together, you see Dathana making your way back with the standard group. Laeral, Ulder Ravengard, Ontharr Froom is once again present, as well as Conrad Brawnanvil, who is seeming very amiable and cheery, given the events of the past couple of days. And then there is the elven individual, who comes as well. Everybody give me an insight check. And I'll roll for Tiberon.
11.
11, okay?
15.
15, okay?
20.
20. Thank you. So Leaf and Tiberon would know that Melindrock looks a bit downtrodden and apprehensive. And for his Elvis features, they are... You would know with Dathana as your grandmother, typically not a lot of lines showing, but brow is furrowed with what you can detect as immediately as worry.
He didn't show up when they came to talk to Verum.
He did not.
Okay. This is the first we're seeing of him here.
Outside of the Alliance meeting.
He came here. So
The first we're seeing
we're
of
at
him
the
here.
Cauldron.
Yes.
We're holding negotiations in our home now. On our turf.
Let me set a timer real quick.
All right, you got it. So, you all...
You have 5 minutes. Go.
and go. So they all make their way inside and get themselves comfortable, and as they do, Conrad kind of...
Good to see you again. You look great with that sword.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
Good deal. I've noticed a lot of wolves around.
Is that you're good?
Great! I love wolves. Do you mind if I play with them?
Yeah, their guard wolves, so
So I won't play with them, but I
Yeah.
will admire them from afar.
we don't want to encourage them to jump on everybody that comes.
That's fair. Totally fair. Understood.
All right.
They look great, though.
They should.
Okay. All right. So I
Told you
suppose I'll let
stop
somebody else
grooming the
take
wolves, and
this
now
one.
stop.
At which point, Dathana and Leia will step forward. So we have knowledge of what is taking place in the Misty Forests. It seems as if things have gotten rather bleak of late.
At this point, I'm gonna mentally send a note to hey, Sartha, pay attention.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah.
If you know anything about this, let me know.
All right.
Thank
After they all talk? Or?
you. Yeah, after.
Okay.
Thanks.
Will do.
So it seems as if things have gotten rather bleak there. There are reports of a green dragon that has been terrorizing the locale. Only rumors so far, but the elves and half-elves in the forest have been facing a great deal of pressure. We believe the cult to be the culprit, but frankly we don't know, and we've never seen them this coordinated. And the elven form, very tall, lithe form of King Melendrak steps forward. And frankly, I've been told that the man in your prison has mentioned my deceased son. He died nearly 30 years ago.
You're sure? Sorry to be so crass, but
I saw his dead body, so I'm worried about what it might mean.
There's no way that could have been faked.
I honestly don't know. Things have never been less clear than they are
why
now.
would Verum...
Okay, just gonna go out on a limb here. What happened to your son's body after he died?
We buried him in the traditional way, and
Is it still there?
I've not been home to check.
Oh, okay. So that could be an option too. We've already fought the same guy twice, once alive, once dead.
That's true, we have.
If that is the case, then you would understand that that is the utmost sacrilege on any person, not just my own son. And
I would
like,
agree.
I would like to see him return to the earth. If
The
that is
dead
the
should
case.
rest.
Yeah, I agree. My other son,
How many times?
Other son?
Alagrathos, he's been traveling in the south.
Alagrathos?
ALAGARTHAS.
Unless you're bringing them back to kill them again.
G-A-R-T-H.
Unless you're you.
Traveling?
He has been scouting the region near Dragonspear Castle, the ruins that I am given to understand that
I'm
you all
different.
have seen in the past. Based on his last reports, the findings are grisly in the piles of dead who are there. I want to thank you personally for rooting out those that did this massacre, as I am given to understand that you did on your travels northward.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we killed some people.
It is
It
at
was
this point that
pretty
this
morose.
massive, sonorous windows begin to shake and rattle, and Balasar, you feel the
Leaf?
Excuse me.
very similar.
Apologize.
Ella?
You feel the very similar
It was the
pull,
meat soup.
almost like a call forth, like a rallying cry, and everybody in the vicinity looks around. You also hear the sound of all of the wolves that are here begin scampering and running throughout the vicinity, and some low growls. At which point, Arbor pokes his head in. You know what that was? Looking at you, Leaf.
Do I know what that was? Looking at you, DM.
You would be familiar with the Drakhorn. It has sounded 3 times.
It's the Drakhorn. It has sounded 3 times.
Dathana would look at you. I'm very happy that you remember that.
That's what I know. In the moment, that's what I remembered. Let's go.
Do we go? Do we seek shelter?
Is it a tornado siren?
Do
Is it a
I-
hurricane?
No, do we find the
Do we go
centermost
attack
room?
something?
National Weather Service is.
This is a 10:13 weather update.
Yeah.
Do I recall which action this particular horn gets?
Oh, right.
Is this one blast, 2
King
blasts, or
Melendrak
3?
looks around and says, "It is sounding more frequently. I can only imagine that it means that the forces are Frankly, I don't know what it means, but it is unsettling at best.
Especially when it's already sounded 3 times.
And they're getting closer. They're happening at
3 blasts
mere
is
days
not
after
walkers.
each other.
So, this is.
It's 1 if by land, 2 if by sea.
So, what exactly are we talking about is getting closer to.
I don't know.
So, we're just going to go investigate and hope?
Yep.
I would recommend not trying to find the Drakon at this juncture, but that is merely my opinion. And he looks at Laeral. I would agree. Frankly, Makarth is still trying to decipher its location. You remember Makarth?
Yeah, we rescued her.
Yeah, absolutely, and for which she is very grateful. She actually would like to come and visit at a later time.
Tell her to bring some of those. No.
She is still attempting to decipher its location. Her and the Academy are partnering thanks to your efforts and are now assisting us. At this point, we don't know its location, but when it is sounded, it can be heard from thousands of miles away. Without us knowing,
But it's getting closer.
the sound is happening more frequently.
Or they could just be making the sound more often.
In the past,
They could technically be
They
going
can
further
be-
away from us and just hitting the button faster.
Well, it's increasing with intensity.
well, it takes at least 5 people to move it, and then it takes 3 people to actually make it sound.
Are they raising Dracolich?
Wow, this is not what I pictured in my head, guys. I pictured, one person in the back of it just hitting the button.
So,
Have you ever seen the Ricola?
Laeral would look at you. Based on what we've learned from Makarth, the Drakhorn is... It would take a full adult-sized dragon to carry it and sound it at any time. Outside of that, it stands 16 feet in height, 24 feet in length, and well, you understand it's quite large.
Bighorn.
So there's an adult dragon with the horn coming this way.
So there's a
Got
dragon
it.
with a trumpet. is
We
what you're
don't
saying.
know, frankly.
Oh, no, we know.
Oh, well, that's disconcerting.
It's been a dragon every time.
Well,
It really has.
that's unfortunate.
Good thing we're good at killing dragons.
Yeah.
That is nice, actually, yeah. At which point, I gotta figure out a better transitionary phrase. King Melandrak. It is disconcerting that it sounds so frequently. I would ask a favor of you. And I understand you've done so much. If my son is indeed raised, or is alive still, I would like to know. But also, less selfishly, the Misty Forests are currently under siege. The reports that I have received is that at least 200 people, my people, have died in the last 3 weeks. These raids have been calculated, and we can't seem to locate the location of where any of these legions are coming from. Dathanas says, it's also concerning that it's so close to Daggerford. The Misty Forest is mere day's horse ride away from a fairly industrious city.
Half a day's carpet ride.
Yes. half a day's
Instantaneous transport back.
If
You
you
could
would
go
be
by ship.
open to it, Laeral steps in. If you'd be open to it, we could transport you to Daggerford and then provide you with the means, as we did with the Serpent Hills and the Borscar Bridge, to return whenever you like.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Thank
Sounds
goodness it'll be
great.
different from last time when we had to go right back to that same spot to use it.
Yes, that was terrible planning.
Yeah, that was inconvenient. Don't use that scroll again.
Dathana looks between you all. You do realize you don't have to go to the exact same spot.
Oh, yes, I realize that.
What?
What? I'm just as surprised as you are, Balasar.
Inside check that.
Give me an insight check.
What's your deception?
I was gonna say, you really?
You really want to do this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Deception, yep.
Okay, well that's a 16 plus,
Okay.
let me see here, 13.
Okay.
Makes it 29,
Okay. I rolled a 10.
which...
My modifier is a plus 0.
Okay.
So what does that mean, DM?
So, Balasar, you look at Fleetfoot, and Fleetfoot, surprised, shocked, hurt even, that he would not know and have troubled you at all.
Oh, well.
I...
Honest mistake then.
All right. Dathana would look at you, though, Fleetfoot.
What's her insight?
Really fucking high.
Damn.
And she rolled a 19, so... Yeah.
More than plus 10?
Yeah, level 20 divination wizard. She just stares at you.
You can keep trying to lie to her.
I see. We'll have to practice those runes later.
Indeed. I won't get it mistaken for the bonfire one.
She pretty much has to be drunk and asleep for you to get something past her.
That's part of the fun.
I'm just warning you.
Part of the fun.
Okay.
And I've even promised to stop invading your minds.
Eh.
I've realized that is an encroachment of privacy. My apologies.
I mean,
She still has to pretty much be drunk and asleep for her not to know.
But Leaf is not wrong.
you can encroach.
Melondrock would look and go, now if you are willing, and whatever remaining forces live in the Misty Forest, we have a whole host of Eldritch Knights at our disposal that I have in barracks sent on their way to Waterdeep as we speak.
Oh, that's awesome. They are ridiculously useful with their ability to die and get right back up and fight again.
What?
That's what they do.
They die and get back up.
If you could teach my units that, I would be greatly...
Oh, that's a you thing? I thought that was all of you.
Huh?
Do we have to kill you to teach him?
I would, if that is the case, then please do not kill any of my... Oh, you. I would prefer it if you didn't die.
I die all the time.
That's unsettling.
Isn't it, though?
It makes me
Twice
even
last
more
week.
worried about what happens with Nirenvain at this point. But we have a whole host and battalion of Eldritch Knights from the Elven Legion making their way to Waterdeep as we speak. I would love to devote them to your service. You are capable individuals, and they would be at your command when we...
But we can't kill them because they don't get back up like you.
Yes.
Mine have not ever gotten back up.
Okay.
They've stayed very
I'm
dead.
sorry, I thought that was a thing that they learned. I guess he learned it differently.
Honestly, I have never been more uncertain about anything than I have been in the last fortnight. Would you accept my request?
Of course we will accept your request.
Absolutely.
If you find my son, I ask that if he
is living, we will return him to you if we can. If he is undead, I am sorry, he will be dying.
I would prefer you end him in a way.
Also, I'm still not convinced that Aligarthus is not the son he was talking about. Do we know for sure it's the dead son? This is player asking.
You can insight check King Melondrock if you'd like.
I should have insight checked Verum. Because he didn't say ask him about his dead son, right?
You are correct. But
He
you
just
did
said
not
ask him
insight
about
check-
his son.
But you did not insight check Verum.
So there's not really,
There's really no way of knowing it.
I'm
What
more-
about your not dead son then?
I'm more asking, Melondrock about,
Aligarthus is currently at the ruins of Dragonspear.
when was the last time you talked to him?
2 days ago. Through sending.
Isn't that where we're going?
You all would be...
were.
we could take-
bodies and the head and the baby.
We could transport you to Daggerford.
Daggerford.
The ruins of Dragonspear. You all... I'm given to understand...
That's where we open the portal to the Underdark by taking the bar. Okay, and then we closed it again. Got
Yeah.
it.
We did not hear that part of your exploits.
Oh,
but
no,
rest
we-
It's
assured,
not a real
The
portal. It was just a door, and we called it a portal to Underdark. We
Oh.
were new at this still. We
The
weren't
important
sure
thing
what was going on.
Is that we closed a portal to the Underdark.
Yes, that was the takeaway.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Just
One
a
of the
quick open
first
and a
of
quick
many.
close, like a little door. Like into the back of a shop you're not supposed to go into. You just open it, look
Melondrock
in,
looks
close
over
it.
his shoulder at Laeral. Do we have people who could assist my son? Yes, I believe we do. I'll send... I have 3 wizards at hand with Makar.
Tell them to be careful.
It's closed.
You can't trust anyone.
Oh my
I
god, you
understand.
guys.
I'm talking about his son. That's what they're sending him to Dragonspear.
We will be taking the utmost care.
And we'll, first thing in the morning, go to Daggerford.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
We dug around in a tunnel. We called it. Okay. It made a good song if we just called it the Portal of the Underdark. That's all.
And I'm sure we will sing it many a time. when
We
this-
killed all the orcs, so we got that part right.
That is encouraging.
So
Opening line.
we're gonna go to the
Fleetfoot
Daggerford to the woods to take care of the dragon, and then we're gonna go to the other dragon because they're gonna have the location of it by the time we get back. Right, guys?
We will be continuing our research. Yes.
Okay.
And Laeral at this, or actually no, it would not be Laeral. No, it would be. I apologize. Laeral at this point leans in, and I'm hoping that our emissaries are here for our next gathering that will give us far more assistance in what it is we're trying to do. And I believe, based on what they've said, they're particularly interested in meeting you. So, I wish I could tell you more, but I'm bound by oath not to. You'll see when you return.
We can talk to Daxio, right?
Emissaries?
More people from the council?
They are not from the council. They are far above us, actually.
They're giving you orders?
We are attempting to cooperate.
They can attempt to schedule an appointment with me through Daxio, but no, they cannot speak
They can't
to
just-
Daxio.
They can't just show up here.
They can. They are still deciding as a group if they will.
And that's all you can tell us.
Who is this?
Fortunately, the magic is preventing me from telling you much more. But I can
It's the
promise you
Illuminati.
this, they mean you no harm, and we certainly hope that they can turn the tide in this.
And give us lots of good things? Help in that regard?
She smiles at you. Yes, and give us a number of good things.
Perfect.
They may be the key to preventing this entire world from falling to the scourge of a goddess.
She's big, by the way.
I've read about her in
They
books.
just do it.
I've seen her.
That's mortifying. But we will
Yeah.
need to talk about that later. For now, it is late, and we will not bother you any longer. We understand that it is taxing. So,
Tabaxing.
by your leave, we will see our way out. But
All
thank you for all of your assistance.
When will we be going to Daggerford, you guys?
In the morning?
In the morning?
Let's just go.
I need a long rest.
I'm bored.
I think I need a long rest.
These meetings.
Yeah,
should
I do, because I gotta
something.
prep spells.
Okay, so would you all like to take a rest for the evening and then wake up in the morning and travel?
I want to do something, but I can't. When you fall while wearing, you descend 60 feet per round and take no damage from falling.
That is true.
No bones breaking, like no damage.
Literally nothing. You land on pillows.
Perfect. I'm gonna. Hey, Balasar,
Hey,
come here.
what's up?
We're gonna go outside.
Okay.
I'd like to go out into an open area.
Okay.
Dimension door 500 feet up into the air.
Okay. So, Balasar, you follow Fleetfoot out. Leaf, I don't know if you want to watch this, but you did see this interaction. Tybron at this point goes,
In the meantime, Sartha, how good is your memory since you used to be a wizard? Can you remember all this stuff just indefinitely?
Well, you asked me to do some checking, but it seems as if that elven gentleman is worried. If there is necromancy involved, that's bad. And by the way, that Drakhorn, if it was close by, you'd know.
That's what I thought.
Still sounds pretty far away to me.
I think we got plenty of time on the Drakhorn, guys.
Yeah.
so Fleetfoot and Balasar walk out. Balasar, you see Fleetfoot just kind of nod. Yeah, okay, cool. And then,
Yeah, I'm gonna go with.
okay.
I'm walking and talking
Tybron's
and making the
gonna
Because
dimension
I
door.
got a good, fun thing to go with this.
Tybron walks behind you chuckling. He goes,
Because I know what
gotta
you're
see
about to
this."
do.
You step into this black purplish energy behind you, and 500 feet in the air, you see this speck of Fleetfoot above you. What would you like to do as you begin plummeting towards the earth?
I'm gonna yell, "What's up?"
Okay, you what's that from the
What's that?
and you are plummeting very quickly,
Yep.
and
The-
at about 100 feet,
But I know what you bought.
80 feet,
You know what I bought. Balasar doesn't.
60 feet.
About 60 feet.
Yep, you're gonna, and your momentum slows, and he begins drifting down like a feather.
Okay, you ready for this one?
I'm absolutely ready.
I'm gonna go, Balasar, did you see that?
What?
Look up!
And Fleetfoot is drifting down like a feather from the sky.
I'm gonna cast telekinesis on myself, and now I'm gonna move myself way the fuck up to be with Fleet.
And Leaf goes up and matches
I'm
you.
gonna
You
do it
just
like a
kinda
Superman. I'm like, we can all fly, bitch.
Pretty neat, right?
as you both kind of just simultaneously make it. Leaf in a much more elevator-like fashion. Fleetfoot in
I
a
can-
little bit of a floating feather.
Telekinetic myself this way.
Just
Do you
make
want to
match
telekinetic
me.
feather? All right, you both just kind of make your way down together.
Pretty cool, right?
You guys look like you're pretty good at falling.
I'm good at teleporting.
I can hover. I can fly.
Just because we don't have wings doesn't mean we can't fly. High five. And then I'm going to go take a long rest.
Okay, so you all go back to your individual chambers and begin prepping your spells for the next day.
I'm gonna fly back to my individual.
You fly back to your room via telekinesis.
Come on.
Okay, so
Prepping spells for the next day.
you got it. Prepping your spells.
And I can
That's it.
prep the 3 and the 3?
Yep.
I mean, cantrips I know
Cantrips
all the
are
time.
out all the time, but you can prep those 3 spells. So, with that, you all arise the following morning. Move your way down into the central area of the keep. You see that Arbor and Cypress have set up a patrol of the wolves that are going around the perimeter.
And by the way, I can use that to throw people too.
We talked about that.
Meeting you at the entryway is Dathana and Laeral. Laeral hands to you, Fleetfoot, a scroll. You can use this from anywhere. I want to reiterate.
Balasar, it says right here.
You can use that from anywhere to go where.
That will take you immediately to... Well, I've set it to heraldic influences. So,
Take us back here.
So it's a teleport circle.
So you don't have to use one of yours.
Okay.
if you would
Unless you
like,
want to.
or if you'd like to use your own,
No, that's fine.
we will be sending you to Daggerford, to the inn by the river. I believe you've stayed there once before, based upon our conversations in the past. The proprietor is aware you will be there.
Is that the one I set the fires on curtain?
Do they have a circle there?
The fire's on curtain.
Curtains on fire.
Is that how we're getting there?
They're
They are
teleporting.
teleporting.
So not teleport circling.
Nope.
Darn.
Can't remember.
So, no, for you, that's where you made your dick glow.
Is that disco dick? I thought disco dick, but I didn't want to say it.
That is where you made your penis glow.
That was one of the last times Leaf. That was right before.
That was
was
the
right
nail in
before
the
you
coffin
left.
for Leaf.
That was the nail in the coffin.
So,
I'm gonna play. Yeah, no, I think I don't remember. Does Leaf remember? Oh,
I think Leaf...
Well, then I'm not gonna
Wait,
play
is
dumb.
That would have been the bartender that I hit on then.
That was the
my-
dwarvish... Her name was
Uh-huh.
Helga.
You,
And she
the
was-
friend wink worked.
Her name was
Oh,
Helga.
God.
We are so excited to go back to Daggerford. Can we get going?
Absolutely. So they gather you all around, and the last image you see before the familiar jerk behind your navel before you land at the entryway
For those at home, I winked at Balasar before we took off.
to the the entryway to the Riverside Inn. Your
Which is where we stayed. Right? That's the that is the exact
same inn where you
inn
stayed
that
when you were in Daggerford.
Balasar ditched on the bill.
Yep. At this point, looking outside,
Among-
against
Other things.
leaning against the porch with the stairs leading up into the familiar Riverside Inn, you see Helga. She's looking down. Well, it's great to see you again.
Helga,
Helga!
we finally made it back.
Oh, perfect.
We have been trying to get back here for so long.
And all it took was a couple of weeks, and somebody contacted me that you're making your way back into my life.
And you were so excited to have us back.
And I believe the cock glow dancer wants to pay you double for all of the damages that he
I
caused.
certainly
that night.
hope so.
Yeah, how much did that come
He
to?
owes me 5 gold in total.
Perfect. Here's 10.
Oh, much appreciated. 5 gold was already doubled.
And
I
then
appreciate
divided
your
in-
generosity. So, we've got it set up here if you'd like. It's same rooms as last time. Got a pretty big bed for you, my dear.
Perfect.
She gives you a big wink.
Room for 2?
Or a dragonborn and a dwarf.
It's 1.5, 1 3/4.
Just make sure he settles his tab up front.
Absolutely. I've learned my mistakes. It's good to see you all again, though. You've got a new... No, you don't. Everybody's here. You're missing one, though.
He said he'd be back.
Well, all right. I hope all is well. So, feel free to come inside. Get yourself a rest. We've had
Wait,
some...
is Tibbs with us?
Yes, Tyberon has a company.
Tibbs himself?
Yep,
Okay.
Tyberon has a company. So, you all arrive back at the entrance to the Riverside Inn. Looking to your, it would be to your right, you see the familiar gatehouse that you all traveled through, the familiar walls that sit at about 8 feet in height surrounding the small city of, small town really, of Daggerford. familiar trees, the blacksmith just down the way, a guard house, and the just general vicinity, bringing back memories of a caravan long past. What would you all like to do?
I mean, it's first thing in the morning, right? We
It
just
is.
got here. I mean, are we good to set out and start looking into this?
We are good to whatever, but it. Should we do that now, or should we wait till next session to start that?
It is like 9:40.
Like, I have a feel. Are we?
I want to see what's under.
So I would
it's-
say, for all of you arriving at this hour, just give me general perception checks.
24.
24, thank you.
17.
17, thank you. Leaf.
11.
11, okay, and I'm going to roll for Tiburon.
11.
Tiburon rolled a natural 2, so
I'm still too
coming over
fucking
you. That's a
embarrassed to
list.
show my face around here.
I'm not with them.
Oh, you guys are here too?
Oh, God, did you follow me here again? Yeah.
So
Okay.
we're in the inn at a table right now.
So you are currently at the entryway to the inn.
Well, I think we'll probably be here for a couple days at least, right?
We're just gonna hang. What? Aren't we?
I mean,
two.
we should secure rooms. Are we reporting it back here? Let's grab a table and figure it out.
Okay.
Let's get a table, and then I'm gonna start walking to a table away from any of the patrons that are in there.
Helga welcomes you in. You look around. There are a couple of tables that seem to
I'm
have
gonna
individuals.
send a message to, using my spells, send a message to Fleet. Why the fuck do we need a room if we're just gonna go take care of what's? You can reply to this message.
Please press 1 to reply to it. And I'm gonna send back. I don't know if you've noticed, but the town has become a lot less busy, and people are hiding a lot more. They've noticed we're here, and I don't like that. And if we set out right now, we're gonna be ambushed. I think we need to get a lay of what's going on here. It's been a while since we've been here,
Oh God.
and we made enough of a spectacle of ourselves last time.
Okay, so you all sit down, begin having a conversation.
Round of drinks for everyone.
Looking about, I'd say, Leaf, with your passive insight,
Can't say I noticed that.
you notice that there's... So, Leaf, with your passive insight, you would notice that there are two general schools of individuals. The happy-go-lucky townsfolk, who are amiable, chatting in the inn, walking about, going about their daily business. There's a minstrel just outside who's plucking a tune. But you also catch from the corner of your eye, just with your passive perception, that there are... You see at least one individual who you see walk by the window not once but twice. And as they do, you make eye contact with them even at a glance, and you see that individual immediately attempt to move out of your view in a very pointed way. There's something that feels strange. It's
I clocked one.
it's
Will you?
it's certainly
Can we
far
message back and
removed.
forth, or just the one time?
If Leaf sends
what
a
I
message.
can keep casting it.
So I would say for your insight, I would tell you that it feels as if townsfolk are unaware of this. But with your passive insight, you are. I would
Alright.
also say one more time, everybody give me perception checks because you are on guard.
I'm gonna use a luck point
You
because
got
I
it.
feel like that's an important.
Hey, I'll use tides.
You got it.
Much better.
That's
Insight
a good one.
16.
16, thank you.
Did you say insight?
I said perception.
Oh,
Perception?
sorry. Then 21.
21, thank you.
Ah, 26.
Yep. I'm assuming Balazar's was not that great.
I have a 7.
Okay. Tiburon,
Guess what I rolled?
so, as you all are sitting, drinks in front of you, Helga behind the bar chatting away. Tiberon, Fleetfoot, and Leaf, you all keeping very aware, and Balasar aware as well, just taking a sip in the drink. Leaf and Tiberon, there's a memory that begins to play at the back of your mind from months ago as a familiar sound
It's greenest.
begins to,
We're getting attacked by dragons.
from very far away, but becoming closer. Closer.
Helga, you need to get everybody in here to safety as quickly as possible. Underground, if at all possible.
What do you
now.
mean?
Do
All right.
it now.
Okay, we got it. And you
Guys,
see
we
them
have
just
greenest
scramble.
happening again right now.
We've
And
got
then
company.
You hear a
Swords out outside.
and this as I'm going to remove the
As soon as I realized wings, I want to be outside.
Oh no.
For fuck's sake, I don't have a whole combat in me.
Okay, so I'm going to get this up and describe what it is that you are seeing.
Why does it look like there are already dead people?
It's the sheet. Because they're cultists, that's why. That's who
Alright.
knows we're here.
So you would see.
They're never gonna let us stay at this inn again.
We just showed up. Helga, we're sorry.
So for next time, if you guys want to place your characters where you are, you would be here. This is the Riverside Inn.
Can we take the top off of it?
Yeah.
Can I actually?
There's Helga. I actually have.
So
Helga
this is.
Would have been telling Helga this as I was running out the door, so.
I would go up to the balcony. Oh, he's red.
Oh good, I'm even facing the right direction.
This is the roof.
All right.
Yeah.
Who the fuck's flying?
Those are the cultists that were in the town watching us.
Yep.
He's flying.
Okay, so as you all see emerge from the horizon, landing on what was once the blacksmith shop that you all stopped by, and lighting it aflame, tearing it down into multiple pieces, you all now see emerging a huge red dragon. Riding on top of it looks to be a blue half-dragon form, carrying with him a very long, strange-looking dagger. And that is what you see as you emerge onto the scene. So, with this ensuing combat, adrenaline pumping through your veins, as you all run outside of the riverside and into the town of Daggerford.
By the way, Alan. Cheers for the map. I mean, shit.
Right?
We finally get to.
Thank you.
That comes into use.
So, this is where we will pick up next week.
So I sure hope I can give away that chest.
I hope so too.
Thanks for listening to Natural 20. We meet every Tuesday night to roll dice and try to make it out alive. On behalf of the party, I hope you enjoyed this session.